They scored 30 points in the first quarter of Saturday night's game, never mind half quarter. I think English probably going to have its hands full. But I don't want, I think any team that plays St. Mary's this year is going to have its hands full. They're a good team. And, Chris Carroll said that they're going to do all that they can do to be prepared for it. And he will. He's a good coach. They'll do it, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. But then look what happened last Sunday night with the Patriots. Who thought they were going to win that game, and they did.
Yeah. And I know coaches have told me that, you're looking for your biggest improvement at any time in the season from week 1 to week 2. And so clearly there are a bunch of coaches hoping that in fact does happen, and one of them would be Chris Carroll. Yeah,
one of them would be probably Tim Phelps, too. How many bizarre ways can Gloucester beat Classical? I mean, they're just running out. And unfortunately for me, I missed a lot of that game because I had assigned myself the late game, but I wanted to go see the early game, but I spent the better part of the second half of that Gloucester Classical game.
MSONEWSports.com.
For MSO News Sports, I'm Tim Kearns, and this is the Coach's File. Today, joining me in the coach's office here at Gloucester High School is Jermaine Edward, one of the co-captains of the Gloucester varsity football team, coming off their impressive 21-19 come-from-behind win last Friday night against Lynn Classical. Jermaine, welcome to MSO.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, Gloucester football is definitely up. After a 9-2 season last year, that comeback win, you saw Classical take a lead against you guys in the third quarter, and then you came back for a stilling 21-19 victory.
I mean, it was definitely a very, very hard win, definitely coming into the fourth quarter. The third quarter was a really, really hard quarter for us, especially because I was out. We had Ryan Argentino in. So backs like Mark Smith and Brucey just had to step up a lot. Brucey, also Christian Sanfilippo. So.
Okay, so let's step back a bit to last season. The team went 9-2. You made the first transition from defense, from linebacker to the fullback in the I. How did you find that transition last year?
I mean, it was definitely a lot different starting at linebacker and then just going right to fullback. But I guess they just need me more at fullback and linebacker, so it's what's had to happen, I guess.
Well, as Coach looked at it, he saw speed and strength, field awareness, obviously characteristics that you need, and especially in the fullback position in the wing T.
I mean, definitely for like the kick-out blocks and definitely like the trap, but I think it mostly just comes from the O-line usually, so especially like the strong guard and quick guard.
Okay, going into this year, you guys trying to keep the momentum from last year and the playoff success. You start the season with Lynn Classical, a team that you've dealt with pretty easily over the last few years. Classical, it's been a few years since Classical has been able to defeat the Fishermen, but still Classical always possesses a number of skilled players, and you have to go in thinking you have to be ready for a really tough game.
Yeah, well, Classical is Classical. They're always a really tough team every single year, but like our coach said, you said to hit them in the mouth first and no back down. So that's what we tried to do.
You guys came out really, really fired up and with a lot of energy, and you really dominated the first two quarters of the game. You didn't score on that last drive just before the half ended, and it seemed like you came out flat in the third quarter, and Classical used that to take some momentum.
I think it definitely was because because I got injured, then also Cameron got injured too, which is like another captain. He was a really big role. He played outside linebacker, and which was a key player last year too. So that just really brought our momentum down a lot.
You guys showed what you were made of in that fourth quarter late, given and in a very bad situation. Classical had punted and they had pinned you back inside your own 5-yard line, but you were able, with a couple of really good runs, get out to close to the 20-yard line, and then the magic took over. And I had mentioned to Bill New, my broadcast partner, that the wing T isn't suited to quick-scoring drives because of the way you churn out yards, and you guys are going to need a big play. And on the next play, Nate Young, the quarterback, makes that sideline pass to you that you had all day long to great success, and you turn it into something magic.
I mean, I think it's because Gloucester is just a fourth-quarter team. Like, fourth quarter is where we all get insanely hyped because we all just refuse to lose, so we just had to go out and get the win, no matter what it is.
Well, certainly you put on a spectacular athletic display as you took the ball down the sideline, deked the potential tackler, reverse pivoted back into the middle of the field, deked the tackler in the middle of the field, did a reverse pivot again, and then headed straight to the end zone for the last 40 yards, all by yourself. What was that feeling like as you're going through that play?
I mean, I just stepped in the end zone, and I looked back and I saw Chris Cass coming to me, and that's when I knew this game was almost over, but there was still 2 minutes left in it, so it wasn't completely over. It was just all up to our defense. Big stop.
And certainly Classical made a game of it. Laurie, who's an outstanding quarterback, hit a pass over the middle for 19 yards. Unfortunately, they needed 20 on that fourth down play, and that was a great defensive play. I don't know if it was Smitty that came up with that play or not, but to stop that receiver 1 yard shot at that critical point in the game was huge.
I mean, yeah, that was definitely crazy because our defensive backs have just stepped up an insane amount, and because most of them all underclassmen too. 2 of them are sophomores, John Ortiz and Mark Smith, and they really stepped up a lot this game.
Certainly it was one of the concerns with a number of players that the coach really had to replace from graduation last year, that there were a lot of question marks for the Gloucester football team going into the opener. Do you think a lot of them were answered on Friday night?
I could say most of them were answered because what was missing was our O-line and D-line because most of them were all seniors last year. But I think coming into this first game, we really proved that it really doesn't matter about your experience. It matters about how you practice and going into the game.
Well, if you practice as hard as you do during the week, the games are actually something you can look forward to.
Oh yeah, definitely, because you play just like you practice. So
this week coming up, you've got Beverly at Beverly. Beverly had a big win against Wakefield, 24-0. How do you see that game shaping up?
It's definitely going to be a battle, like it always is. So, I mean, Beverly runs wing T, we run wing T. It's going to come down to who's in more condition, who's tougher, I guess, by the fourth quarter.
All right, Jermaine, listen, I want to thank you for your time. Congratulations on a great win Friday night against Lynn Classical. Good luck the rest of the season, and we'll be talking to you once again.
All right, thank you.
Okay, for MSO News Sports, I'm Tim Kearns, and you've been listening to the Coach's File.
Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of the Football Preview Show. Our broadcast games again this weekend. Friday night, live streaming video, Marblehead Wakefield. Live radio, St. Mary's, Lynn English. Saturday afternoon, radio at noon, Lynn Classical at Swampscott. And then at 1, radio coverage, Gloucester at Beverly. 4 games, all live this weekend on MSO News Sports. I'm Bill Newell. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend, everyone. This is MSONewsSports.com.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan, and today I'd like to speak to you about the North Shore Student Athlete Program. Sponsored by Moynihan Lumber in conjunction with the Salem News, the Daily Item, the Newburyport Daily News, and the Gloucester Times. The program, now in its 24th year, celebrates high school students who excel not just on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. Male and female winners are chosen each month. All student athletes must be nominated by their coaches. Nominations for the program are made via email to nsstudentathlete@gmail.com. Youngsters who are nominated must have a B average or better. Monthly winners are then eligible to be selected as Student Athletes of the Year. Yearly winners and their families are recognized at a luncheon at the Salem Country Club held in early June. Please remember, all youngsters playing a varsity sport at any high school on the North Shore, public, private, or parochial, are eligible.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
Well, if it's Friday night, it must be in football. Hello, it is football. We've got Marblehead at Wakefield High School football action tonight on MSONEWSports.com. I'm Rick Moore, along with Paul Ingram and Scott Cooper, our producer and engineer, Bill Proposky. 2 games tonight, 2 more games tomorrow night, and just another beautiful evening. Want to welcome in Scott Cooper. Scott, you've been following Marblehead, I don't know, for the last 200 or 300 years. Good opening for the guys.
Well, if you take out the first quarter last week, Rick, they played really well. Barry Greener, the Walpole coach, said couldn't do anything against them offensively or defensively. Greener switched quarterbacks. He shuffled quarterbacks, 3 tight ends, 4 wide receivers. Nothing worked for them last week in Marblehead.
Well, Coach was telling us that Marblehead's got a lot of options in the backfield, a lot of options as receivers. And Coach Rudloff seems to, I don't know, no matter how good you play, you can always do better. That's the coaching philosophy, I guess.
Well, the only question was, for them going into the season, they had a lot of talent. The kids had played running back last year, a couple of receivers. Captain Manning Sears is back. Drew Galley's first year as quarterback. He did take a couple of snaps, but he did have a spirited battle for the quarterback position heading up to the opening game with Thomas Rocket. But Galley got the job, and he stumbled. He admitted that he was a little jittery in the first quarter, but once they settled down, did really well.
Okay. Paul, we've seen, have you guys played, did you play Wakefield at all?
Well, years ago, yeah.
You did play Wakefield?
Yes, we came down here a couple times, so we did play them. Yeah, it was a lot different.
Well, opening day at Wakefield, I'm sorry.
It's a beautiful new stadium, as most schools are getting, and of course the bleachers just on one side now, but I guess economics plays a part in this too.
All right, this is our live streaming video for tonight. It is Marblehead at Wakefield. Marblehead opening up 27-0. Wakefield falling 24-0. So let's see how this one plays out. We'll get to more, and we'll check in on both coaches as our pregame show continues. You're listening to MSONEWSports.com. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with Coach Redloff of Marblehead.
Score early and often this fall with a low-rate residential loan from the Institution for Savings. The Institution for Savings has fantastic rates, low or no fees, great service, and prompt turnaround. Plus, we service our mortgages in-house, so help is always a local phone call away. For more information or to apply online 24/7, visit institutionforsavingsloans.com or call us at 978-462-2344. Institution for Savings, member FDIC and DIF, equal housing lender.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. If you're thinking of replacing the windows in your home, you should look at the Anderson Woodwright Double Hung Insert Window, which comes with rich wood interiors in oak, pine, or maple. Quite simply, Anderson is the most trusted window in America. That's why we've been selling them for 57 years. Please see the Anderson Woodwright windows on display at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, and Plastow, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
Looking for a reliable place to produce your team's uniforms or your business's corporate apparel? Then Sarkeesian Sportswear is the place for you. Conveniently located on Route 1 South in Peabody, Mass., Sarkeesian Sportswear handles all aspects of your needs, from price quoting to providing visual proofs to production completion. Visit our website, SarkeesianSports.com, to view our monthly specials, vendor catalogs, and to request a quote. Remember, Sarkeesian Sportswear is the place to go.
A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night, satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for 2. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
This game is brought to you by the Institution for Savings, your local community bank since 1821, with great rates, great service, and great people. Harrington Trophy, rewarding the North Shore for over 25 years with quality products and service, located in Lynn and at harringtontrophy.com. Moynihan Lumber of Beverly, North Reading, and Plastow, New Hampshire. The Sylvan Street Grill. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill. The Daily Item of Lynn and itemlive.com. click on their banner on our website to access their respective news and sports coverage.
This is MSONEWSports.com. I'm Bill Newell with Jim Rudloff, head football coach at Marblehead High School. Jim, you guys are off to a 1-0 start, and this week you're at Wakefield.
Yep, a very well coached opponent. I know they had a tough time against Beverly. Beverly was flying high at the New Herd Stadium. Wakefield's not a Saturday team. I think that's hard for teams to play on Saturdays. So, we told our kids that, going up against an opponent like this, don't look at the last film. There's a lot of factors that made that not, I don't think, fair to Wakefield, especially their quarterback in their last scrimmage broke his leg, and they were trying two different people at the quarterback position last week, a sophomore and another older player who was a running back. So we expect to see a much better Wakefield team, a team that's home, comfortable on a Friday night. So hopefully our kids believed in what we were teaching them and not really maybe what their eyes showed them on film.
Well, I know eyes kind of opened up a little bit on your score from Friday night, the win over Walpole. 27-0? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 27-0. So I guess put that into some kind of context for us.
Honestly, I don't think we expected it to be that score either. We really like our defense. We think that we have some kids that can play, and also with the number of returning starters we have on defense. The offense was a big question mark, and it still is, really. I think Walpole, after a 3-hour, 90-degree heat bus ride, had a tough time getting up for that game. So we saw a weakened opponent, maybe a wounded bull, and for us, I don't think it was necessarily a true test. But the good news is that given those factors, that we performed. We got an outcome that we should have with a weakened opponent. But I don't think Wakefield's not going to be in that position this week. They're going to be in a much stronger position, and our kids will have to come out and respond in their first away game.
Yeah. Jim, tell us about your team now, in the sense that what's different about this year's team from last year's team?
Last year we had a very small senior class, and the leadership came from a couple of key players, a couple of key seniors that really led the team. This year the leadership really comes from the entire senior class. We have a group of really good athletes that have played every season together in almost every sport. A lot of kids that are 3-sport athletes. Almost every one of the kids in our senior class are terrific students too. So it's a special group of kids. For that, we're hopeful to have a nice season this year. The flip side of that is that we're not a very experienced group. We don't have a lot of key positions returning. There's not a quarterback in this group that had really any playing experience at all. Jason played half the snaps last year at tailback. We really didn't have a lot of kids coming back on the line. So finding some of those key players out of this group and then finding some people to back them up in the younger classes has been the most critical thing. But I think that's a big difference with this year's team is we don't really know what we have offensively, and we're going to find out over the course of the season.
Yeah. Well, Jim, maybe to zero it in on last two kind of questions here. If you're scouting your team and you walk away from watching Marblehead Walpole last Friday night, who are the names of a handful of people on offense and on defense that kind of stand out for Marblehead?
Well, I think that the first person you're going to notice right away on both sides of the ball is going to be Bo Millett. Bo's a dynamic, really player. Bo can start for most of the teams in the Northeast Conference at a couple of different positions. Last year, he was our starting right tackle, started every single game. This year, he started the Walpole game at tight end, and will continue to start at tight end or play tight end for us throughout the season. But don't be surprised to see Bo also play some guard, center, and tackle as well. We're fortunate to have a number of very talented receivers. Bo falls into that category. He probably has the best hands on the team, maybe. So we like to use him in a lot of different spots. He could show up anywhere during a game. He's also probably our best defensive tackle and maybe the best defensive tackle in the league with his speed. He has great hands, quick hands, knows how to use his hands violently. So we're excited about, seeing the things that Bo can do this year. The other guy I'd have to point to right away is Aiden Gillis. He's only a junior, but he's a dynamic linebacker. He can do just about everything. As he gets older and matures, he's got to learn, not to take the plays that are away from him off. And once he does that, I think he may be the best linebacker in the state. He's probably also our best offensive lineman. We have him playing at center this week against Wakefield, and I think if there's two kids you have to watch, it's those two. But certainly we have a lot of other playmakers. Harry Craig, Manning Sears, Jason Lopez. Those are three kids that on both sides of the ball will always be at the point of attack and will always be part of, whether it's a touchdown or a sack. One of those guys are always going to be involved.
Finally, Jim, your coaching staff. I like to, when I talk to a coach for the first time during the year, have you update us on your coaching staff. Any changes and who's on the Marblehead coaching staff for 2016?
Yeah, we still have the same group of guys. I've been blessed to have a great group of guys with me through the years that I've been here, and I think for high school coaching nowadays, that's the key. It's not the head coach; it's his staff. If you can get a dedicated group of guys that know what they're doing and are doing it for the kids, then you're going to be successful. The only addition we have this year is we added Ben Goodhue, who, with the change in coaching over at Beverly, we were fortunate to get Ben to come over here and become our defensive coordinator. And we've already seen some results from that. Ben's done a really good job working with our guys, and more than anything else, bringing energy to the defensive side of the ball.
You brought your principal over from Beverly too, right?
That's been, I'm not supposed to reveal that he has anything to do with football, but I think it's difficult every now and then. I'll get a wink and a nod, and sort of like check out the six technique, or make sure that you squeeze down on this, but. Obviously it's having Dan here has been, for morale for the kids, it's great. He's been a terrific principal so far. He's all over the place in the school. He's brought great leadership. More than anything else, he's a very positive guy to have, and that's, I think going to make everybody have a big jump in their academics as well. Obviously it's going to help the sports teams too as well.
Referring, of course, to Dan Bauer, former Beverly High football coach and assistant principal, now principal at Marblehead. Well, Jim, good talking with you. Best of luck this Friday night.
All right, thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
Jim Rudloff, head football coach at Marblehead. I'm Bill Newell, and this is MSONEWSports.com.
So, Coach, a little bit about Coach Bauer looking over Coach Rudloff's shoulder.
Well, you can't get away from it. I mean, although they competed together, they certainly have a lot of respect for each other, and Dan certainly proved himself as a very good coach, and probably was a hard decision for him to make. Does he walk away from football? But I know he wanted to be a principal. He had applied a number of places, was a finalist in a number of places. So it's a good fit for him, and certainly he'll be at the games, that's for sure.
I wonder if Coach Boyages is going to be here, too. Same type thing. Coach Boyages, Mike Boyages, the athletic director and coach here, recently retiring and turning the reins over to Steve Cummings, who has done a terrific job here. But a young team, as we heard, and you mentioned, Paul, the projected starting quarterback out for the year, and that's not a great way to start the season.
No, it's tough. It's tough for the team, but it's also very tough for the kid. You look so forward to this, and most kids put so much time and effort into it, and then to have something like that. I'm not sure how he broke his leg, but I know that I can see him in the wheelchair over there, and it's a very unforgiving sport, unfortunately, and you can be on top of the world 1 minute, and the next minute you're not playing anymore. So.
Well, that's why it's a microcosm of life, I guess. We're talking about Kobe Nadeau, who's the senior quarterback, and he was projected to be the starter this year for Wakefield High School. We will have Coach Cummings coming up in a minute, be talking to Coach Cummings. I want to get a word in here with Scott. Scott, what did you see, the way Coach Rudloff was talking, it's just a matter of getting their feet under them, it seems. They're pretty seasoned team.
It's very difficult to key on one or two players because they've got three excellent running backs. They've got kids who can catch the ball. Sam Paquette, the kicker, puts it right where he's supposed to put it. And they're very deep.
Well, both teams finished the warm-ups. We should set the scene here. Wakefield now just going off the field to get final words from the coach. We're about 10 minutes away from game time. This is our live streaming video game, and it's a great addition. Andrew Nicastro, along with Austin Souza upstairs, doing a fantastic job. And this game will be available on demand tomorrow as well. And if you didn't see it, the Gloucester Lynn Classic game Lynn Classical headline. Tonight it's a beautiful scene as we're looking sort of southwest as the sun is setting now behind a line of trees, and the field is just kind of set in sort of like into the mountainside almost. We're surrounded on three sides by trees, which is a terrific effect. And then the opening down to our right is where the parking lot is above. We're above the parking lot, so it's just a gorgeous field. And Paul, it's again a great place for kids to play.
Yeah, it is, and they have quite a facility here. They have, I think, 3 artificial surfaces, and the football team actually doesn't practice here. They just use this for games, and they practice down behind the middle school, so they've certainly upgraded the whole campus of the high school, and it looks like they have good numbers in football too, as does Marblehead, which is a concern. In this day and age, it seems to be tougher to get kids out for whatever reason.
For sure. All right, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll check in with Wakefield football coach Steve Cummings. Bill talked to him earlier, so we'll be right back. Game time just about 10 minutes away.
The Gloucester House Restaurant at historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Roger Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work great for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get from our boats to your plate.
This is MSONEWSports.com. I'm Bill Newell, joined by Steve Cummings, football coach at Wakefield High School. And Steve, you're playing host to Marblehead tonight in a video game here on MSO News Sports, but maybe some reaction to last week's game in Beverly, the Beverly win against Wakefield.
Yeah, we made a lot of mistakes in our kicking game. Watching the tape, we had some mental breakdowns on some big plays that Beverly was able to take advantage of. So, I know the score is 24-0, but if we shore up some of those mistakes, especially early, maybe we go into the half 0-0, or we're able to maintain some field possession, which was big. So, big focus tonight is just not allowing ourselves to, mentally check out of certain plays, giving them big plays, making them earn every single yard. If we can do that, we feel like we can, we'll be in this ball game for 4 quarters.
Coach, if you were to look at the offense and the defense and to pick out a couple of things that you really wanted to work on this week, what would they be?
This week, our offensive line's got to play really well. They have a 3-man defensive line, so I think if our offensive line can get off the ball and they can get to the blocks and we can get second level, they have 2 really good middle linebackers, 3 and 52. They flow very well, so we need to be able to take care of first level, but make sure we get guys that attack second level to give our running backs a chance to, break those 6 to 8 yard runs. Our quarterback, Mike Lucy, is sophomore. I thought he grew up a lot last Saturday. He's just got to make that next step in the progression. Right now he's making some mistakes that you would expect a sophomore to make. And now it's just, can he take the mistakes that he make, apply what we've coached and what we talked about, and just put a better product on the field. Defensively, I thought the effort was great from our guys. Our front 3 played fantastic on Saturday. Linebacker-wise, we missed a couple of gaps, we missed a couple of assignments, and it just seemed like whenever we did that, they were able to pick up on it. Secondary-wise, we didn't give up any big pass plays. We gave up one down the sideline. It was a good ball. But they were just solid. We need to have more consistent effort.
Well, now you had learned like 1 week prior to last week's game that Kobe Nato, your starting quarterback, was going to be out with the injury at the English scrimmage, and then so Mike Lucy comes in at quarterback. And I know prior to the game last week, you were optimistic that Lucy would be able to pick things up.
Yeah, he's a bright kid. Before last Saturday, the highest level of football I'd ever played was freshman football. So going against a defense like Beverly and some of the guys they have on defense, it's a pretty steep learning curve. So to think he was going to go in there and play flawless, and especially falling behind where we had to throw the ball a little bit more than we wanted to, you got to live with it. He's a sophomore kid. He's going to make mistakes. But the thing I like about him is, he doesn't really make the same mistake twice. When he makes a mistake and you tell him, hey, we can't do that, or you got to look here, he does it. So he's extremely coachable. I'll tell you, the future is very, very bright for that kid. So tonight we're hoping he can just, make his reads, get his checkdowns, and do the right thing with the ball.
And I know one of his interceptions late in the game was one of those plays where he's just got to put the ball up no matter what, and it's not his fault really that the ball gets picked off at that moment.
No, and the other thing is, for a young quarterback, a lot of the mistakes they make is holding the ball too long, not trusting that they can get the ball somewhere. I like that he thinks he can fit the ball in wherever he wants to. It shows a lot of confidence. So I'll work with that instead of a guy who's going to just hold the ball the entire time and take sacks all day.
Hey, last question here on the game, and that would be Marblehead. Now, they knocked off Walpole in their opener, so we have no idea how good Marblehead is, but you might have a better idea certainly than I do. So what's your take on this Marblehead team this year?
They're fast. Very, very fast. And watching them on tape, they're pretty deceptive with what they do offensively. They use a lot of motions. They use a lot of formations. And they're just trying to get the ball to guys in space, and they're trying to make you make a bad decision. And they've been able to get people to do it. They were a really good football team last year. They're the number 1 seed in their bracket. So they've had a couple of years of a lot of success. So what they're doing is working. They're very fast. They're very disciplined. Offensively, they're going to give you a bunch of looks, 1-back set, 2-back set, trips, motion, bunch of stuff. It's really on our guys just to make sure they read their keys, get to where they're supposed to go, and not pay attention to the whole thing. Just read what it is that your spot on the defense is.
Finally, would you like to give a shout-out to a couple of folks down in North Carolina tonight, Coach?
Yeah, my parents are finally going to be able to watch a game. They live down in Wilmington, North Carolina, so they'll be able to stream it live. So I'm looking forward to getting a chance for my dad and Laura to get a chance to watch us play.
And we hope everything works as far as the streaming is concerned. But, Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Steve Cummings, head football coach at Wakefield High School. I'm Bill Newell. This is MSONEWSports.com.
All right, so far everything is working, so the Cummings family can let us know at MSONEWSports@gmail.com that they got the message from the son, from Steve Cummings down in North Carolina. That is pretty cool. I was down in Florida last year watching the Marblehead Beverly game on MSO Sports. So we're still a little bit away from game time. The Wakefield band is massed down to our left between the 20 and 35-yard line, and they have white shirts on, I guess it is. They look like T-shirts and dark-colored pants, and they've got a million cheerleaders out on the field at the hash marks from the goal line out all the way out to the 50-yard line to greet the Wakefield football team when they come onto the field. Over on Channel 8 tonight, it's St. Mary's at Lynn English. That game about to get underway as well. Bill Newell and Tim Kearns over at Manning Field for that one. And tomorrow, 2 more games. Gloucester at Beverly, that's on Channel B, a 1 o'clock start, and Lynn Classical at Swampscott. That will be a noontime start, and that's on Channel A. So Channel A at noon, Lynn Classical at Swampscott with Bill and John Squires, I believe, and Gloucester at Beverly will be Marty Smith and Tim Kearns bringing you that game. So chock full of football, and again, if you ever mind, you got complaints or suggestions, send them on to MSONEWSports@gmail.com. And more games next week. I also want to thank our host today, who have been so gracious to us this evening, Brendan Kent, who is the athletic director here at Wakefield High School. Actually met us right down in the parking lot and escorted us up here and showed us where to go. And I also want to thank Spiros Frangoulis, who is the public address announcer up here in the booth. Couldn't be nicer and accommodated us. It's just awesome. So really appreciate that and looking forward to a good game. So, Coach, we've got to at a couple more minutes before we get this thing started. We'll have one more final break. I just got to check my time. Can't even see the clock down here. There it is, 6:54. And all right, so I don't know, Paul. Anything in the first week stand out in the conference, or otherwise? Anything that you saw last week? Gloucester with that tremendous comeback win at the end.
Well, I think with regarding the Gloucester game, Jermaine Edwards, I think he's the real deal. And he caught a pass in the flat and went about 70 yards, which sealed the deal for Gloucester. And, he's a kid that works hard in practice. He's a middle linebacker on defense and a very good player. And one of the good things, for Gloucester is they got a good tailback in San Filippo and a good fullback. And they have a sophomore at wingback who's also Mark Smith, who's doing quite well also. So I think Gloucester.
What can you tell us about the Big Blue?
I have not seen the Big Blue, but I'll be over there tomorrow.
Okay.
Because they were playing at the same time on Friday night against Lynn English. But I will be there tomorrow to hang around with my good friend Bill Newell.
Anything stand out? Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm talking about John Squires. You're going to be over there at the game.
I am.
Well, let me I will correct that. See, you guys, I'm a mess. First couple of weeks of school, anything stand out in your mind in the conference?
I've seen Marblehead play, and I've seen St. Mary's play. St. Mary's looks pretty good. And Marblehead, as I mentioned earlier, very deep team, a lot of weapons. Was Beverly really 24-0? Did they dominate that game?
Did they dominate? Well, you were at the game.
Well, I saw it on film, I don't know if you'd say they dominated, but when you start a sophomore quarterback in a offense like this, it's hard. I mean, to ask him to do that much, and especially against a pretty good defensive team. So, now that he's got his feet wet, basically the second game of the season should be your biggest improvement.
Okay, we'll be right back with the kickoff of tonight's game. It is Marblehead at Wakefield on MSONEWSports.com.
Trophy and Awards has been rewarding the North Shore for over 25 years. Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington.
And I am Marty Harrington, and we are known for our local family business, providing custom trophies, plaques, screen printing, embroidery, and much more. We offer a variety of services such as engraving wedding gifts, medals for charity walks, youth sports trophies, and uniforms. From the newest style performance wear to your everyday work shirts, we are your one-stop shop. Whether it's a fantasy football, warm-up suits for your team, end-of-the-year banquet gifts, or recognizing excellence, we pride our business on our exceptional customer service and quality products. Located in Lynn, or visit our website at harringtontrophy.com.
The Bradford Tavern Restaurant in Rowley is unique, with modern touches in a rustic setting, offering the finest steaks, freshest seafood, and many quality daily specials. Serving lunch and dinner, the Bradford Tavern is open 7 days a week. The restaurant features 2 separate function rooms, ideal for every need, including business meetings, bridal and baby showers, or any special event. The Bradford Tavern is located at 87 Haverhill Street, Route 133 in Rowley, and online at bradfordtavern.com. We hope to see you soon at the Bradford Tavern. The Institution for Savings has always believed in giving back to our communities, because our communities are such great places to live and work. Last year alone, we donated and pledged more than $3.9 million to local nonprofits, including local hospitals, schools, food pantries, art organizations, and more. Named one of Boston Business Journal's top philanthropic companies, we are proud to be your local hometown bank. InstitutionForSavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're interested in replacing your home's kitchen cabinets, please see the kitchen cabinet showrooms at any of Moynihan Lumber's 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, or Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
Many aspects of estate planning are interrelated, and you can turn to attorney Bob Madruga for full-service estate planning to help you develop a comprehensive plan in providing for your future. Bob will work with you through the years to adapt your plan as needed, and he can assist you with managing wills, trust, probate, and taxes. Visit the law offices of Robert J. Madruga at 128 Main Street, Gloucester, or call today for an appointment. 978-283-6883.
This game is brought to you in part by the Gloucester House Restaurant, offering the freshest seafood right off their boats to your plate. Sarkeesian Sportswear, delivering quality team and corporate apparel, located on Route 1 South in Peabody, and at SarkeesianSports.com. Lynn Museum, Lynn Arts, preserving Lynn's past and promoting Lynn's future at 590 Washington Street. Columbia Insurance of Lynn, offering auto, home, condo, renters, and business insurance, delivering complete peace of mind. Attorney Robert J. Madruga, see Bob for estate planning and tax preparation. Gloria Food Store, Rantoul Street, Beverly. Honey-Do Donuts of Lynn, Salem, Malden, and East Boston.
Okay, the captains of both teams out at the center of the field. The national anthem has been played. Wakefield is massed on the far side of the field all by themselves. There's no stand over there, but there are a lot of banners up for advertising to support the school. On the near side, it's Marblehead in their black pants with the white jerseys, almost silver, I guess. Are they white or silver?
White.
White. All right, they're white with the black numerals, so they're easy to spot, black helmets. And same thing for Wakefield. Wakefield has the red jerseys with the gray pants, and they've got the white numerals. So we're going to be able to see the numbers tonight, Coach.
Yeah, big difference from last week.
Yeah. Good.
Very nice.
Winthrop colors were really...
White numbers stand out.
Yeah, looks great. So Wakefield will be receiving the ball down to our left, and for Marblehead, they will be kicking off from right to left. Alex Jolie is the kicker, and as Scott was saying, he knows what he's doing. He's the punter, the extra point man, and on kickoffs as well. Just about ready to get underway. Marblehead 1-0. Wakefield is 0-1. Beautiful night.
teams, Rick, are doing is deferring if they win the toss. They want to win the toss, but they don't want the ball.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I always did that. I know Belichick does it with the Patriots, but, let the other team prove they can move the ball. And if they can't, which is, it's difficult sometimes to get your offense going in the very first series. So if you can stop them, make them punt, then you got great field position. And in high school football, field position, well, at any level, is so important. But you always wanted to get off to a good start, and if you could stop them, make them punt, and get good field position, it was a shorter field for you.
Well, I stand corrected, yep. I've got the wrong number here, I guess. Sam Paquette is the kicker for Marblehead, my bad. He is a senior. I'm sorry, Scott, what did you say?
Marblehead's on a mission. Their last couple of seasons have been very unsatisfying, especially for the seniors. They've had fantastic regular seasons, and then they've had a tough exit from the playoffs. 2 years ago it was Tewksbury, and last year they lost to Danvers at home.
Ball comes up short to a 32-yard line, returned to about the 37, and I do not know who received it, but it was an up back and great field position for Wakefield to start this game.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure that he wanted to do that. He just popped the ball almost straight up and only went to the 35-yard line. And
yeah, very short kick, and Wakefield starts at their own 38 is where they put it.
So that's not what you want if you kick off.
So 5 seconds off the clock. We start the game.
Just first impressions, Rick. Wakefield's got some size to them.
Yeah, and nobody lists them anymore on these programs, so we have no idea. We've got trips out to the right side, one receiver to the left right away. Lucy, the quarterback, is going to run and keep it with it. He's a sophomore, and he's going to scoot out to the 41-yard line before he's stopped by Aiden Gillis.
Well, for a sophomore, he looks like he's got pretty good size, probably about 6 foot, maybe 180 pounds.
Right away, run play to start the game. They put it at the 41, so it is a 4-yard gain. Right away for the Wakefield Warriors. They were start with Pat Bertini up front, along with Dan Cataldo and Joe Connell at guards. Devin O'Brien and Charlie Sr., who's a junior, by the way, are the tackles. Mike Lucy is the quarterback, and we'll give you the receivers as we can. Alex McKenna, one of the captains, split out to the right. And we've got two receivers split far side to left side of the field with the ball in the near hash mark. It's a low snap. Lucy picks it up. Going to be buried for a loss back to the 40-yard line. No chance on that one.
Marblehead's playing a 3-4 defense. They have 3 down linemen, 1 covering the center. And then they have 2 outside linebackers that we used to call defensive ends, and then 2 interior linebackers, 4 deep secondary. I think a lot of teams are going to this because of so many spread formations. It's easier to adjust people.
You may have heard Spiros Frangoulis in the background say 3rd and 7. First possession of the game. We are in the twilight now. The sun already set behind the trees on the far side. No wind to speak of. It's gorgeous tonight. Absolutely fantastic. Lucy back in the shotgun. One runner off to his left. It's not Lucy. It's one of the captains who goes to the 38-yard line for a loss. That was Joe Marinaccio. Joe Marinaccio got the direct snap, and he gets it back to the 39, and that's it. So after the initial 4-yard gain, Wakefield goes backwards a couple of yards, and they will face a 4th down and 8. They take a timeout, and they're over on the far side, I think. Or did they take a timeout?
No,
nope.
they just
huddle on the far sideline?
Right. I guess they're a kicking team.
All right, now.
Go ahead, Rick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pat Leary is the punter for Wakefield. And we'll have to see who's back deep for Marblehead. Line drive kick that's going to bounce at the 36, picked up at the 27-yard line. A return being set up by Jason Lopez. Cuts the penalty marker right there. So what does that usually mean, Coach?
Well, usually blocking below the waist or in the back.
Well, the line of scrimmage would have been the 40. Yep, you're right, blocking the back. And I actually saw in the pros the other day, Paul, the situation you talked about in high school where a blocker is coming up on a tackler on a special teams, and at the last second the tackler turns his back and gets hit by the blocker, and they call the penalty.
Well, they evaluate that. I think the officials, they know when it's, they're being set up, for...
Yeah. All right, Drew Galley is the quarterback. Jason Lopez is the running back, and Galley is back in Shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Lopez. Goes forward. And he's hammered and driven backwards. Nothing. Lopez is a senior, and I didn't give you the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage to start is the 25.
Pretty impressive stop by the defensive line of Wakefield.
So we'll put it back to the 24. It's a 1-yard loss. Terrific start for that front line. We'll give you that in a second. We'll give you everything in a second. Now, two backs in the backfield with quarterback Galley. It's a handoff and a run play coming to the left side, squirting it outside, breaking tackles and going out to the 30-yard line is, I'm not sure who that is. Harry Craig.
Now the first play went right up the middle there. They went off tackle. Wakefield's playing the same basic defense as Marblehead, 3-4.
It's at the 31. Hurry up offense. They go right back to the line of scrimmage, and now Galley and the rest of the backfield looking over for the signal from the sidelines. And that includes Bo Millette. Now they're going to split out to the right side. They're going to send Craig Millette out to the right, and one receiver down here to the left. Lots of receivers. Quick pass out to the right. Fired. Bullet. Complete. Caught and down right there in his tracks. That was Derek Marino with the catch. First down for Marblehead at the 37.
Well, nice throw. Just a hitch route. He got enough for the first down, turned around, and the ball was there. Timing is everything in those plays. That ball's got to be in the air before he actually makes his break, and it was.
6-yard gain, and we're going to again send overload that right side, which is the short side of the field. Marblehead moving from right to left. And in motion from right to left, Galley. Play action, fires it over the middle, complete to the 50, to the 45, and down to about the 44-yard line, or maybe even the 43. And with the reception is Jack Knight.
Or just a seam right up the hash marks. Play action pass. Boy, impressive so far throwing the ball.
19-yard gain, first down for Marblehead, and they're moving very crisply now. This time kept on the ground. Lopez spins away, breaks another tackle, goes forward to the 41-yard line. Nice looking drive so far, and they're going to put it very close to the 41, so about a 3-yard gain for Lopez. Second down and 7. And it's not really a hurry up because they go to the line of scrimmage, but then everybody looks to the sidelines for the signal for the play.
Right, it's I wouldn't call it hurry up yet.
Craig in motion from left to right. Firing it over the left side. Tip and caught at the 40-yard line and down to, well, the knee goes down at the 39. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, but it was hauled in by number 40. And we don't have 40 on the program. Who was that? Did I see that right, Paul?
I thought it was 12.
No, 12. I'm sorry. Okay. 40 was on the defense. All right. So the reception was made by Justin Faya. And penalty. Oh, no, it's not a penalty.
Well, I believe they did call holding.
Well, everybody's moving here, so.
Yeah. But it appears they're.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, are they marking it off from the original line of scrimmage?
I don't know. Is that from the line of scrimmage or after the reception? Bring it back to the 48.
The penalty was at the spot of the foul.
Yeah.
Holding. That ball was the spot of the 48-yard line. Setting up second down at 14.
Well, anyway, it's back to the Wakefield 48. Again, motion. And this is right up the middle. Quarterback keeper busted to the 40, 35, carrying tacklers down to the 32-yard line. Is that an option, Paul?
No, I don't think so. I think it was a design play. I didn't think he read anybody. He just faked the ball to the motion man and didn't appear that he looked at anybody on the defense to see what they were doing.
16-yard gain. Aiden Gillis is the center for Marblehead. Nick Corsini, Griffin Mingilalo are the guards. And this is kept on the ground this time. Big hole for Harry Craig, busting it off tackle and bullying down to the 24.
To the 25-yard line.
Harry Craig is a senior as well. And let's see where they put it. The 20. I can't see where it is, Coach.
Second and 3.
25, yep. 7-yard gain. Second down and 3. Ball between the hash marks. getting dark, lights on. Beautiful, brand new stadium once again here in Wakefield. Again, the motion with Craig from right to left. Stands in the backfield. He gets the swing out pass and goes down to the 25, to the 20, and out of bounds inside the 20-yard lines. That was almost a lateral, but he was going forward.
Right, but they really execute very well on this series. Very relaxed at quarterback, throwing the ball. Seems to know exactly where he wants to go with it.
Well, Gillis, Corsini, Mingiello, Evans, that's Jaden Evans and Ryan Dumais up front. That's the offensive line for Marblehead. Receivers left and right with one man in the backfield who gets the handoff. Lopez weaving his way through and gets close to the 15. This will be the 11th play of the drive coming up, and on this drive, quarterback Galley is 1, 2, 3 for 3. We're at the 15, 4-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 6.
He looks in charge too, Rick. I mean, that's his, he looks confident in what he's doing, his decision making, and that's what you want in a quarterback.
Well, they took over with 8:32 left to go, so they've had the ball for about 5 minutes on this drive. And it has been relentless. Wide out, way out to the left side. And this time it's Lopez up the middle. He may go all the way, and he does. He's untouched, and he goes in for the touchdown from 15 yards out. And Marblehead leads 6-0.
Lopez making the score.
It's just off tackle.
Marblehead 6, Wakefield 0.
And for the Magicians, that is a 10-play, 75-yard touchdown drive.
Well, what happens is he completes some passes, so the secondary kind of loosens up, and then when they run the ball, the people have to make tackles. There was a missed tackle at the line, and with the field so spread out that once you beat that tackle, you're home free to the goal line.
Well, Paquette puts it through for the extra point, and it is now 7-0 with Marblehead leading. 3:34 left to go, and Scott, you're taking notes, and I don't know how you read those things, but your opinion here. You got your own code?
Stenography.
Yeah?
Even though they got the touchdown, I'm sure Coach Rudloff is not pleased with those two penalties on the first play of the game. The penalty. Lopez got a long touchdown wiped out last week because of a penalty and a big 42-yard gain. So I'm sure he's focused on the two penalties. But that was a nice drive, though.
Yeah, very, very sustained and relentless, and they did everything, Paul.
Well, they overcame some obstacles of those penalties. I mean, it didn't seem to slow them down much.
Okay, so 3:34 left to go in the first quarter. Paquette, again, will be booting off from right to left, and Wakefield will take the ball for the second time. And we have, let's see, it's going to come down to the 13-yard line to Marinaccio. Great return out to the 35-yard line. So good hard run by Marinaccio, and I think it is. No, it's 18.
That was a return by number 26, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Well, I'm all screwed up. It's Ryan Fitzpatrick. I had the wrong number completely. Fitzpatrick brings it out to the 36-yard line,
23-yard run back.
where Wakefield will start its second drive. Virtually the same spot they started their first drive. They're at the 37 first time around. But only 2 yards. They need to get some offense going, trailing 7-0. Marblehead scoring on its first possession. And great crowd, terrific crowd tonight. A lot of people here on a beautiful night to see high school football. Over on Channel A, St. Mary's at Lynn English. Sorrentino in motion. Run play, nothing.
It looked like an option, and he gave the ball to the dive back, and there was nothing there. So-called option plays.
Again, we have to mention the projected starting quarterback, Kobe Nadeau, out for the season with a broken leg. He is here, and
well, now they're going to something a little bit different. I formation.
I stacked up behind quarterback Mike Lucy. Pitches to the tailback, trying to cut it outside. Gets a block, a tremendous block, far sideline. Breaks at 40, out to the 48-yard line. That's Joe Marinaccio this time. One of the captains gets it close to the 50. First down run for Wakefield.
Well, Marblehead was quick to the ball, but they didn't make the play, and he broke a tackle. So this is maybe plan B. Instead of trying to run the spread offense, go to something a little bit more blocking friendly with the I formation.
First down for Wakefield. Joe Marnaccio, one of the captains, with the run. Got a terrific block out there in that far sideline. They're on the far hash mark. Alex McKenna is split way out to the right side, and Carmen Sorrentino is in the slot. But it's a run again, and this time, well, it's going to get a yard or two.
Yeah, it looked like a fullback trap.
Iannuzzi on the carry.
That's P.J. Iannuzzi, number 40, with the carry for a yard. They will put it at the 38.
Second and 9.
I'm sorry, the 48. Excuse me, the 48. So it's a 1 yard gain for P.J. Iannuzzi. Sears Manning, Christian Henniger, Bo Millette, and Andy Clough up front for Marblehead. The linebackers Harry Craig, Teddy Miley, Aiden Gillis, and Sam Fontero. I formation behind the quarterback. And this is going to be a rollout. Looking to pass. Now he has to run, and he's going to be tackled for a loss back to the 45. And once again, Aiden Gillis in on the stop.
Well, the speed of Marblehead's defense. Also, they're pretty disciplined. Kind of a fake with a bootleg, and this side of the defense didn't get suckered towards that fake.
3rd and 14 for Wakefield.
Well, what you can't do is you can't give up yardage. I mean, you got to be going forward, and this is tough to overcome.
Inside the 1 minute mark, first quarter. Again, over on Channel A, we got football and 2 more games tomorrow night. Marblehead with 5 guys up on the line of scrimmage. Linebackers in close. Quarterback rolling out for Wakefield. Look out, he's going to be hit from behind. Throws it across his body. Oh, terrific catch at the 35, but out of bounds. Alex McKenna went way up for it and was just out of bounds. Terrific pass for the sophomore Mike Lucy, rolling to his left, throwing across his body and diagonally across the field. But
he had a lot of pressure from the backside. I don't know if he
did
saw it or feel it, but he felt it after the pass. I'll tell you that.
I think it was Gillis running him down. 1 second left to go, first quarter. And they'll have to punt again. This is a high punt that's going to hit and go out of bounds on the far sideline at the 34, 33.
Well, they're putting a lot of pressure on the punter, too.
Well, there you go. First quarter is all over. We'll come right back and give you some more football here after 1 from Wakefield. The score is Marblehead 7 and Wakefield 0.
At historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Roger Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work great for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get, from our boats to your plate.
If you're thinking of renovating your home, please talk to the experienced sales staff at Moynihan Lumber. That's 82 River Street in downtown Beverly. Or visit us at MoynihanLumber.com.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
All right, we're right back for the second quarter with Marblehead leading 7-0 on the strength of Jason Lopez, 10-yard. Oh, I'm sorry, it was 15, wasn't it? I think I wrote 10, but it's, let me check it. Yeah, 15-yard. It's 15-yard touchdown run, 10 plays, 75 yards on that drive for Marblehead, leading it 7-0. Wakefield with the ball twice. Warriors have the 1 first down. So now the headers. The Magicians will start from their own 33 as we start this second quarter. They're on the near hash mark now. They're moving from left to right. Got a full house in the middle, and it's a run play. Handoff to the 35, 40, and this may go all the way. Lopez all the way into Wakefield real estate. 40, 30, 20. Man chasing him down, and he goes in for the touchdown. Wow, did that thing develop quick. Jason Lopez with the 67-yard touchdown run.
Looked to me, Rick, like it was a plant sprinted left and then gave it to Lopez on a counter back because there was nothing back here. The flow of the defense went with the quarterback's action, and certainly was a gaping hole.
Like it looked initially like a sweep and an option to the left, and then Lopez just cut it again across the grain.
Oh.
Gets his second. What happened here?
Well, it was blocked.
The kick is blocked and trying to be returned by Wakefield, but no go.
Yeah,
and there's a
it
flag.
had to be offsides. He was there before the ball was.
So a 67-yard touchdown for Lopez, his second of the night, with 10:44 left to go, and looks like we'll redo the point after. 13-0 Marblehead at the moment. Yeah, you're right, Coach. Offside for Wakefield.
I'm saying, boy, he got there right in the ball, got to the holder, and I don't think he's that fast.
Well, Lopez is quite a weapon. Now, what do you call that, Paul, when you got the quarterback back in shotgun, you got a guy left, a guy right, and a guy behind you?
Well, it's a version of what they call the pistol, but I believe it was a prepared counter play. It was supposed to make it look like it's going to go one way, and he brings it back across the grain.
Yeah, the blocks downfield were there. Setting up for another point after for Parquet.
Well, there's that same formation. They're going for two.
Yeah, they're going to go for two. So, yep, there's that pistol formation. There's the handoff to Lopez. He's hit in the backfield and dropped. Nice defensive play by Joe Marinaccio.
Try was no good.
So the score stays 13-0.
Maybe that offside was worked. They actually probably would have made the kick, and now they went for two and didn't make it.
How about that?
Who knows?
Nice defensive play by the Wakefield captain, though. He's one of the linebackers on defense, Joe Marinaccio.
Well, you're going to have a plan A and a plan B, and, it doesn't look like plan A with the spread is going to work. We'll go back to the I formation and at least try to eat up some ground and maybe eat up some clock, too.
Okay, first play of the second quarter is a Marblehead touchdown. And so the headers will be, I keep doing that. The Magicians will be kicking off from left to right this time. Why can't they have one name? Is there a reason for that, Mr. Cooper?
Well, Rick, my one.
I don't quite. Good second effort by the Wakefield receiver, and Fitzpatrick of Wakefield, who returned it. Nice return. They've had some good returns. So now they need to get some offense moving here. Out to the 35. Good defensive stop on that point after. And Wakefield will start from their own 35. They've started from the 37, the 36, and the 35 consecutively. 10:36 left to go. 13-0. Marblehead. Once again, the quarterback is Mike Lucy. He is a sophomore. One running back in the backfield with three receivers. McKenna, the far receiver, out to the left side. Pitch to the left. It is complete. And breaking a tackle out to the 35 to the 40-yard line was Joe Marinaccio.
I think they're going to call Wakefield for holding. It was a nice throw, nice catch, and run, but it's an outside screen, and it's holding.
Marinaccio so far has been all over the place on offense and defense. And he looks strong on offense, but going to bring it back. And that's a killer.
Right.
Yeah, they picked up about 6 or 7. But it's going to come all the way back to the 26.
Well, what they do is they have two receivers. They swing the inside guy to the outside and have the outside guy block the corner. He was getting away, so he grabbed a hold of him and right in front of the official. So they've gone back to kind of a spread formation. Well, they got a lot of, obviously, yardage to make up here.
They're spreading the out to the 30. And let's see who's running the ball. Number 46 in the program?
Ball start at the 30-yard line.
Harry Graham.
Second and 16.
Harry Graham. Number 46. So it does get out to the 30, about a 4-yard gain. Make it second and 16 for Wakefield. And again, they'll spread the field. They've got 3 receivers this time way off on the right side with one running back in the backfield with the quarterback. And he's dropped straight back to pass. Looks like a screen over the middle. It is complete at the 35, breaking a tackle out to the 41-yard line. And is that 26? I keep seeing that as an 8. That's Ryan Fitzpatrick catching it in traffic and then getting some positive yardage.
Yeah, it was a nice call and a good screen. The only thing is he was so close to his lineman when he caught the ball that it's tough to find any openings. You kind of want to have a little bit of room in between you and the blocking lines so you can read them. But hopefully this is going to be a first down for them. This is a big play.
They got a little bit more than 10, and they need about 4 to go for the first down with the ball just shy of the 42.
You know, he's throwing the ball well. They can catch it. Let's see what happens.
Third down for Wakefield, and they are at the line of scrimmage. Lucy getting ready for the ball, back in shotgun. High snap, reels it in, fires it into the left flat,
nice
and
catch.
it is complete. Diving catch by Marinaccio. First down at the 47-yard line.
Well, they brought the left defensive end or left outside linebacker, and they blitzed him, and the quarterback saw it and changed his blocking, and they picked him up, and he made a nice throw, nice catch.
Absolutely. So it is 1st and 10 at the 47.
You know, as tough as it is, you know, when you go from a senior quarterback and he gets hurt and you play a sophomore, but he looks pretty good. He looks like he's got a good arm, and he certainly is finding the open receiver.
And in motion, gets the pitch, and this could be an option. Nope,
I thought it was too.
Yeah, gonna run with the ball. Is the Marinaccio, and he squirts his way back to the 50. I thought he was going to reach that arm.
I thought it was too. He kind of brought the ball up a little bit, like he was going to throw it.
I thought so. Thought it was going to be a halfback option, but we have a timeout. Our first timeout. This is called by Marblehead. So the first timeout of the evening. And good start for Marblehead, but Wakefield showing some moxie here in this drive, Paul, and going to the air, changing offense a little bit.
Well, you know, you got to find something that you can do consistently. You just can't, you know, call random plays. You got to, and you know, it goes back to practice too. I mean, if you can't execute in practice, you're probably not going to execute it in the game. But it looks like if they can get the ball off pretty quickly and then mix in a few runs. I mean, the receivers are getting open and they're catching the ball, and he's putting it there. So hopefully that's a good omen. And you know, they picked up the blitz, which is good, which is in high school is tough to do.
Full house here in Wakefield on the near stands. Scott, is this a different look for the Magicians uniforms? Because I didn't get to see them last year. We don't get to go to
For the Swampscott game, and they're mixing it up.
I like the helmets. Those are cool.
Lucy played. He's played much better in this possession. The first two were kind of a little shaky, but he seems to get his rhythm down now for Wakefield.
Yep, a couple of completions on this drive for the Warriors, and it is second down. Here's a sweep to the left, and cutting it outside, across the 50 is Alex McKenna. McKenna gets about 3, so well short of the first down, probably 4 or 5 to go for the first down. On third down.
Yeah, Marblehead is quick. I mean, they just get to the ball, and they take good angles to the ball, and they go in mass. They get everybody hustling.
All right, they got about 3, so it's 3rd and 5 to go, it looks like, across the way for Wakefield.
I would stick with those stationary routes where they run just enough to get the first down, and then it's much easier to hit a stationary target than a moving target.
And there it is, out to the right side. Marinaccio catches it at the 47, and he breaks tackles, gets across the 40 for the first down, and still gets more yardage out of bounds inside the 40.
Nice play, nice call. Nice block out there by the split end. He did a really good job of blocking the corner.
Marinaccio, he has been a force on offense and played well on defense in this first half. Clock moving at 6:33. Marblehead 13, Wakefield nothing. But Wakefield is on the drive. They haven't scored yet this year, and they'd like to do that right now. Ball is at the 37.
I will say the quarterback's gaining confidence with every completion.
10-yard gain on that one. He's 3 for 3 in this drive. Is Lucy, and again Lucy in the shotgun. Handoff this time, and spinning around and trying to get loose is Iannuzzi, but he goes down probably for a yard loss. Let's see where they do put it. No, it's right at the line of scrimmage. No loss, no gain. Well, yeah, you might call it a loss of 1. So the ball is at the Marblehead 37. I'm going to call it 2nd and 10, and the clock is moving. And Paul, you have to mix in run plays. Yes.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, especially in high school football. You don't see too many teams that can consistently go down the field throwing the ball.
I remember Drew Bledsoe threw the ball 70 times once against, I think it was Minnesota, and that was amazing. All right, we have
timeout on the field.
Timeout Wakefield this time.
Wakefield.
So they take their first timeout, and we'll take a quick break. You're listening to high school football here on MSONEWSports.com with Wakefield trailing, but on the march. You back with us? No, okay. All right, so we'll be right back.
Gloria Food Store is still Beverly's #1 deli, and no matter what New England weather is thrown at us, Gloria is open. With fresh bread delivered from Sunray Bakery every morning, Gloria can provide party platters, calzones, hot trays, cold trays, salad trays, and finger sandwiches for whatever you have planned. Call in your order at 978-922-3613, stop in at 268 Rantoul Street, or visit GloriaFoodStore.com.
Great night for football. I don't know where the moon is. It's probably behind us coming up here. So, yeah, we've got to be coming up. We're looking to the west. And I'm Rick Moore along with Paul Ingram, Scott Cooper, and upstairs, of course, it's our streamographers, Andrew Nicastro along with Austin Souza with our live streaming video tonight. We'll have another one next week, another live streaming video. But right now, it's 2nd down and a little more than 10 to go for Wakefield. But they're in Marblehead real estate at the 37. And was this a direct snap? This thing falls apart, a fumble, and Marblehead recovers at their own 43. Well, that thing just looked bad to begin with.
I have no idea what happened.
No.
I don't know if the guy in motion.
Yep.
The ball hit him on the snap. But, oh, boy, that's a killer.
So, let's see here. 13 and just trying to get the total yardage. 15 and 13, 28. So, 39 total yards right now for Wakefield, and Marblehead will counter with 142. A little lopsided at the moment, but that was a nice drive until the turnover. 5:13 left to go. Marblehead starting at their own 42-yard line. We're in the first half still. There's a pass that's deflected and goes incomplete. I don't know. I think it might have been intended for Lopez.
It was intended for the tight end, 13, or is it 5?
Pardon me?
5. I think it was intended for him. What's
that would be
interesting
Beaumont.
is if Marblehead puts trips to this side over here and puts a single receiver to the opposite side, it's one-on-one. Because the safeties kick
there we go, and
over here.
that's the formation we have.
Yeah, but they just wrote. Yeah,
With,
they just went to motion.
All right, Lucy wants to throw his in the flat, and that is read beautifully by the defense. The ball is loose, and Wakefield may have recovered this one.
I think they're going to call it a fumble too.
Yes, terrific play. Oh my goodness.
Well, the corner made that play. He read that right away.
Yes.
It's good coaching usually. He was right on that, and of course, the receiver had his back to him, so he didn't know he was behind him, and he stripped him.
Yeah, and I lost all the numbers. It happened so fast. Wanted to mention the terrific defensive play, but now I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Iannuzzi in there.
Now they got better field position.
Oh, yeah. And another timeout. The ball will be at the 35, so let's just set this now. The ball after the exchanging fumbles here on consecutive plays. Wakefield fumbled, Marblehead returns the favor, and Wakefield now is back at they are right back at the Marblehead 35 with 4:57 left to go in the first half. Both touchdowns for Marblehead.
Well, why I
Lopez.
say that was good coaching is that corner knew that play was coming either from formation. I bet it wasn't a wild guess, and certainly was a huge play for Wakefield.
Launches it high, arcing pass, and the receiver has no idea what it is. It falls harmlessly at the 15. Good idea, but it just, I don't know if he lost it in the lights or whatever.
Yeah, might have. Yeah, that was like a 3-step drop and let it go with an outside release. But he really threw it wide. the receiver looked to the inside. Sometimes you'll throw that ball to the outside.
Well, Carmen Sorrentino was the intended receiver, and he had pretty good coverage all over him, too. So as it turns out, incomplete. 2nd and 10, Wakefield at the I formation, stacked up behind Lucy. Pitch to the tailback. That's Marnuccio. He's going to run it outside. Stiff arms a tackler. Gets
nice
to the
run.
30. Cuts it back out, inside rather. Out of, on the far sideline. I'll get it straight. Close to the first down. He's right at the 25. I think they're going to put it at the 24.
It's the second time they've run the toss sweep for big yardage.
Yeah, he gets 11.
A lot of times you'll run the toss sweep to the tight end, but they're running it to a slot, a twins formation. So there's good blocking by the split end.
Don't know Marnuccio's size, but he runs big. Hard to
Well,
bring
he used
down.
his stiff arm, and you know,
Pat Larry
lost art with some kids.
Pat Larry is split to the left side with the eye. Again, it's a handoff to the tailback. It might be Marnuccio. This time he gets nothing. Well, maybe a yard.
No, that was off tackle.
And I don't see who ran it.
Seems like they're better
Marnuccio.
off trying to get outside.
Marnuccio on the carry. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
It's at the 23. Clock moving at 3:53. At halftime, we'll have a guest or two up here. Hope to talk with Brendan Kent, if he can make it. But tremendous crowd ringing the for Wakefield. They've got 4 timeouts remaining. So does Marblehead, for that matter. Handoff. Well, play action. It is complete. Pass out to the right side, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and breaking tackles is Iannuzzi. First down. Close to the 10, maybe inside the 10.
Nice throw. Very impressive.
Nice play action, too. Right at the 10-yard line.
They snuck him out into the flat, and no one picked him up from Marblehead.
Well, that's the 5th or 6th completion for the sophomore quarterback, and that was a nice one. Well executed all the way around. 3 minutes left to go.
He's not playing like a sophomore now.
That's cool. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. And Wakefield knocking on the door. They cannot get the first. They've got to punch it in. 10 yards away. Marnuccio, look at this formation. Everybody up to the line of scrimmage for Wakefield. Marnuccio straight gets the direct handoff outside the 10 to the 5. And he is in. Touchdown. First touchdown of the year. And Wakefield has scored. It's 13-6.
Making the score, Marblehead 13, Wakefield 7.
Boy, he just wasn't going to be stopped, Coach.
No, they ran actually a short yardage offense, and he got direct snap, and I'm not sure if it was planned to go outside, but he bounced it outside and outran the defense.
Run, rather, for the touchdown. And cutting the score to 13-6. And boy, that's what you want to do. 5 plays and 35 yards, taking advantage of the turnover. Iannuzzi will attempt the point after. And it's a tough snap. The ball goes down, and he gets a good kick. So it's 13-7.
Got to put a little bit more on the snap.
Yeah. That was a tough one. The holder had to reach behind him to catch the center, to catch the snap and then put it down. But they did. They got it done. And it's now 13-7. So the drought is over for Wakefield. They have scored. They got to feel good. They took advantage of the turnover. And I think Scott Cooper will probably tell me that Coach Rudloff will want things to be cleaned up a little bit. But Wakefield looking pretty good. And sophomore quarterback, Paul, impressive.
Very impressive. And I mean, in stride. It's one thing to hit them, but also in stride where they can actually run with the ball after they catch it. So what's important here is to get a deep kick and not give them good field position, because Wakefield really doesn't want to give up any more points here. And
what'd you see, Scott?
That has to be a big relief for the Wakefield players. Finally, almost going 6 quarters without getting any points. They took advantage of that Marblehead fumble and punched it right in. So that's got to give them a charge.
And they actually forced that fumble to the 17-yard line. Off the fingertips of one of the Marblehead receivers. Not going to mention who. It goes out of bounds. And then the Magicians will start inside their own 20.
Well, that's a break for Wakefield.
Another break for Wakefield, absolutely. And Now it's incumbent on them to stop Marblehead here with 2:34 left to go. On the other hand, you know, the Magicians can take control of this thing if they run down the clock and go in again. So the ball is at the 17-yard line for Marblehead at their own 17 with 2:34 left to go in the first half. 13-7 they're leading. Lopez with a, no, it's up the middle, I'm sorry, keeper by the quarterback. And gets a couple of yards. That's about it, maybe 3.
Marblehead's been able to hit the slot and those safeties are deep. And if he can look those safeties off and run that slot receiver up the seam, it'd been open.
Quarterback, handoff, Lopez running it to the right. Trying to cut it back against the green. He does. Gets it across the 25 to the 27.
A lot of the people thought it was holding on the outside, but they didn't call it.
It is at the 28. And
penalty mark on the field.
you know, they've got enough for the first down, I think. But you're right.
Right. I think
penalty.
Either that or blocking in the back. The defender took on the block and then he tried to spin out.
Long discussion here between two officials.
Funny, Rick, the holding looked like it was on our sideline and it looked like the official from the other sideline called it.
Right now the ball after the gain would be another official telling the headers, go back, don't come to the line of scrimmage. Long discussion. Now, man in the white hat looks this way and looks the other way. Now he goes over and talks to...
Oh, they're going to call defensive holding?
Yeah, maybe. Coach Cummings on the field wanting an explanation. All right. Now the referee comes back this way. Wave it off.
It was a running play, so...
That makes a first down for
if there was holding, it was down here on our sideline.
28-yard line.
So Lopez gets the first down at the 28. And
no, I think it's still third. No, they are.
No, it should be first down. He got plenty. The chains weren't ready, but he did get the first down. Lopez blasted out to the 36-yard line. Well, the original line of scrimmage was the 17, and he made it to the 28. So the chain gang very slow in moving it, but the referees didn't let them. They had to stay where they were until the call.
Right, the referee moves them.
So it's at the 36. Lopez, 8-yard gain. Pass play, fires it, complete, 40, 45, 50, and inside Wakefield Real Estate at the 49. That was...
well, this is impressive. Let's see how they do their hurry-up series here.
Complete to Faya. And the ball is right at the 50. All right, here's a pass out to the right sideline, and the receiver had his knee down when he caught the ball. Derek Marino actually loses yards. He had to scoop down, but his knee was down. Caught it down right there at the Marblehead 47.
13.
All right, timeout with Marblehead.
So Marino gets the ball back to the, where do they put it? They put it back at the 47 of Marblehead. So 3-yard loss. That will make it second and 13 with the timeout and 1:06 remaining. Wakefield trying to dial up the defense and stop Marblehead. Magicians started this drive at their own 17. They got it out. That's funny, the linemen are down and the backs are looking over the sideline for the play. Now they get it. Got a bunch formation over here to the right with 3 receivers on the short side of the field. Quarterback drops back to pass. Lucy looking, throws it up high, intercepted at the 36 to the 40, 45. Believe number 9 on the interception. That would be Pat Leary.
Nice play. I think it was a little bit overthrown in the middle of the field. The middle of the field, if you make a mistake, you want it low, not high. And that ball was high, so
Pat
went over the receiver's head and it got picked off.
So Pat Leary with the interception after the headers had gained 30. And that will, well, that'll stop Marblehead on this drive anyway. So let's see, another 31-72. All right, so 53 seconds left. Wakefield is massed on the far sideline talking to the coach. Another defensive play, but you could also say it might be a mistake on Marblehead's part, but Leary, alert to it, went up and caught it, and we got about a 30-yard return. So here we go. The ball is at the Marblehead 40.
Trips to this side.
With 52 seconds left. Pass to the left. Complete. At the 40. No gain. McKenna. Back to the 41 on the completed pass. So, McKenna gets the reception. Ball's at the 41. Well, Wakefield's got to feel pretty good about itself at this point, Coach.
I would think so. And I think the coaching staff is feeling better about their team. It's getting more confidence in the offense and defense.
Yeah. They scored the last time they had the ball from 35 yards away, and now they're at the 41-yard line. 45 seconds left, and quarterback Mike Lucy will fire it high, long time. Oh, no, it's intercepted. It's intercepted. It's a takeaway. It's a takeaway. Marblehead intercepts.
It's all right.
Wow. Oh, it's like a punt.
It'd be nice, right? It's be nice if he caught it, but it's certainly got. They don't have great field position.
Well, that was like a Hail Mary. There were three guys jumping full
Yeah, I
ball.
mean, he didn't have much time. And, you know, sometimes those plays don't work, but it does soften up the secondary that they realize you are going to throw deep. So it may help you down in the long run.
All right, now watch out. Umbrella defense, watch out. Wakefield has to watch out for Lopez. He can go the distance. First and 10 from the 8-yard line. Lopez, the handoff. Out to the ball was down. So great defense that time. Wakefield stretching it out, and he does not get out of bounds. The clock continues to move.
No game. Second and 10.
I think they're going to let the clock run out.
Well, if they do, it has been quite a first half.
Either that or...
Clock stops with
11.9.
Now it goes. You got to let it roll. So that will do it for the half. A terrific first half here from Wakefield as Marblehead opened up a 13-0 lead, but then Wakefield, on the strength of its defense, set the offense up. Wakefield goes in and scores, and we are at 13-7. We'll recap the half and have some conversation for you in just a minute. You're listening to MSONEWSports.com. 13-7 at the half. Marblehead leading.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. If you're replacing the windows in your home, please see the Anderson 400 series windows on display at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, or Plastown, New Hampshire. The Anderson 400 is attractive, durable, energy efficient, and reasonably priced. Remember, Anderson is the most trusted name in windows. See the Anderson 400 at any of our 3 locations. That's North Reading, Beverly, or Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
Harrington's Trophy and Awards has been rewarding the North Shore for over 25 years. Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington.
And I am Marty Harrington, and we are known for our local family business, providing custom trophies, plaques, screen printing, embroidery, and much more. We offer a variety of services such as engraving wedding gifts, medals for charity walks, youth sports trophies, and uniforms. From the newest style performance wear to your everyday work shirts, we are your one-stop shop. Whether it's a fantasy football, warm-up suits for your team, end-of-the-year banquet gifts, or recognizing excellence, we pride our business on our exceptional customer service and quality.
Is still Beverly's #1 deli, and no matter what New England weather is thrown at us, Gloria is open. With fresh bread delivered from Sunray Bakery every morning, Gloria can provide party platters, calzones, hot trays, cold trays, salad trays, and finger sandwiches for whatever you have planned. Call in your order at 978-922-3613, stop in at 268 Rantoul Street, or visit GloriaFoodStore.com.
People come in, take a seat, you're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night, satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill. grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for two. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Hi, this is Saka Sarkeesian, owner of Sarkeesian Sportswear, located on Route 1 South in Peabody. We are a sports team dealer and custom apparel distributor that can handle all of your team's or company's uniform and apparel needs. So stop by and visit us at 182 Newbury Street in Peabody to see our storefront. Visit with our friendly and helpful staff and let us help you get the right fit for your program. Also, you can visit our website, sarkeesiansports.com, to view our monthly specials and learn more about us.
MSONEWSports.com. MSO Radio.
Okay, we're at the half, and the score is 13-7. And let me just recap the scoring. Scott Cooper is going to give us his pearls of wisdom here in a second. For Marblehead, they opened up the scoring with 8:32 left to go in the first quarter. Jason Lopez ran 15 yards. That was a 10-play, 75-yard touchdown drive for the Magicians. Paquette the extra point. 7-0 at that point. But then Lopez ripped off a 67-yard touchdown run, a beauty on the first play from scrimmage in the second quarter, making it 13-0. And then Paquette his kick was blocked, but it was as a result of an offside on Wakefield. So Marblehead tried to go for two, and Wakefield stuffed it. And so the score is 13-0 at that point. That was at 10:44 left to go in the first half. And then Joe the place on offense and defense tonight, falls out, employing the stiff arm all night long. 5 plays, 35 yards for the Warriors, and with 2:39 left to go in the half.
Well, if Coach Rudloff was displeased about those penalties, he's going to be apoplectic about those turnovers. That was just they only had one turnover last week against Walpole, and they get a couple tonight.
Well, sometimes you have to give credit to the other team.
Yes, absolutely. They've not much happened, but after that, Lucy settled down and he's moving the ball well.
Okay, now, in your job as a sports reporter, you cover the Swampscott, Marblehead area. And besides football, what are we looking at? What are the things that have caught your eye early on?
Well, I've been at several Swampscott field hockey games. The Blue are 1-0-3. They're having a tough time scoring goals. They got 2 scoreless ties. Boys soccer is, I believe, is 1-1 so far early in the season. And girls soccer doing well as usual, as scheduled. Andrew Bubb's team, they are a very good team.
Well, I need to take a breather here. Getting back to this game, Paul was mentioning that Wakefield getting more and more confidence, looking stronger, looking crisper, and you never know. You let a team hang around. And Wakefield's looking for
it'd be a 6-point ball game at halftime, the way they moved the ball the first 2 possessions, but they've kind of stalled the last couple they had, including those 2 turnovers, which didn't help at all.
And Coach, we talk about the turnovers, but the Wakefield defense has forced those turnovers.
Right, and what you don't want, Rick, is the other team going in to the locker room confident that they can win this game. And I would say that Wakefield kids are starting to believe in themselves, and you can see it by their play. Sometimes scoring quickly and scoring easily is not the best thing for your offense to do. And the kids start to get relaxed and start to think that anytime they touch the ball, they're going to score. Some ways that's good, and some ways it's bad. And certainly Wakefield has found a way to move the ball, and they've mixed up their plays very well, and they've gotten a few breaks. And you have to miss low. You can't miss high, because it tendency to there'll be a deep safety, and he'll pick it off. So we'll see what happens. I guess Marblehead's going to get the ball in the start of the second half and see what they do. If Wakefield stops them, I think they need. Well, I went to the UMass. It was so impressive, and they did something like this.
It's like a ballet.
They run to a certain area in a group, then they go to another formation, then they run to groups, and I'll tell you, they had like 500 people in the band. It was amazing that the choreography of.
It's like synchronized swimming with the water.
It was actually better than the game.
Oh, that burdens me. I thought UMass was going to do better.
I know.
Thing I was going to mention, though, could it be a battle of attrition in the second half, Paul? Because we saw Winthrop play so well against Danvers last week, and then in the fourth quarter, Danvers took it over. And you notice Wakefield has a tremendous number of guys who play on both sides of the ball. Marblehead's got millions of weapons. So is that possible, or can Wakefield hang in there?
Yeah, it's possible, but I think Wakefield, unlike Winthrop, Wakefield can match up to them size-wise. And you watch the tackling is very crisp, very good on Wakefield's side. You kind of get down on yourself and you say, oh my God, nothing's going right now. All of a sudden everything was going fine, now nothing's going right. So turnovers, kicking game, see what happens in the second half.
Scott, did I hear you say right that Marblehead was disappointed in their season from a year ago?
Well, they're unsatisfied. This year they were going for the D3 North title at home against Danvers, who they beat during the regular season, and they just the captains before the season, and they're all dedicated to do that. Even Jimmy Rudloff said he doesn't want his team to turn into the Buffalo Bills of high school.
Jeez, leave it to him to say that. Does the conference? We don't go to Gillette this year if there's a winner.
Yes.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, he said, well, I want to get this team to Gillette. That was exactly what he said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good, because we haven't been down there since Ingram was there in 2010. And the years are starting to pile up now. I want to get back down there. And it's a fun place to go, isn't it, Coach?
Well, it certainly is. It's a thrill of a lifetime, and we were very fortunate to go there 4 years in a row. And I think still talking to the kids. And we had prime time the last 2 years, 8 o'clock at night, and it was just, with the TV coverage and the whole, fanfare of going down there. I often talk about when we go down Route 1 in the bus to get there, and you look over in the distance, you see that gigantic stadium. The kids got so excited.
Feel like you own the place when you got there the fourth time? Like, this is so familiar.
Well, we were we were in awe of being there, but we certainly, the kids had played there a number of years, so they
and the bowl was empty, and it was the most beautiful thing. It was amazing to know, that 60, 70,000 people come in here and cheer on, and then in a little while the high school kids are going to be here with 15, 20,000 people. The pros are something else. It really, and that place is so well maintained, and the people who work there are so nice.
Yeah. Well, I know in 2009 we were the last game, and it snowed in the game previous to us. $30,000 to open it up the next day again.
Ooh.
So I think that took actually, the roads weren't that bad. It's just the field seemed to be, it just wasn't melting on the field. So we had about 6 inches of snow.
I do remember that. Well, we're rolling down here at the end of the half as the Magicians come back onto the field. And statistically, what I have is a total so far of Jason Lopez, of course, from Marblehead, 6 carries, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. And for, I got this backwards, but Lacey here, hold on. Mike Lucy, I don't know what I'm writing. Gotta get this right. Mike Lucy, 4 out of 6 for 40 yards. And the touchdown, of course, by the running back Joe Marinaccio, who has been tremendous tonight. So Lopez with 2 touchdowns, Marinaccio with the other one as we get ready for the second half. And Scott, I know it's difficult for you to hear tonight. Other observations, what are you looking for? What do you think the Magicians are? They get the ball in the second half.
They have a lot more confidence since they got their first points of the season. They looked a little bit better after they got that touchdown.
Does Coach like to go to the air or give it to Lopez?
I think he's going to go to the air. He's got a lot of good receivers, and if that stalls, he's got Lopez back there. He's got Harry Craig too. He's got He's got a bunch of runners,
and he's got 5.
Here's the co-captain, Bo Millett, double threat Harry Craig coming out of the backfield. Lopez can come out of the backfield. So Galley just has to find them. He's got them at his disposal, but Wakefield's played solid on defense, hasn't let them do what they want to do, like last week.
I gave up on the Red Sox last night, you know. I went to bed in the 8th inning.
I fell asleep and watched it at 2 o'clock in the morning. I forgot to mention to you the Swampscott girls soccer team with the sister act, the Agresti sisters and the DeGrand sisters. You know, they're 4 of the best players in the Northeastern Conference. And Marblehead has last year's MVP. She was a junior last year. Senior Olivia Eddy was the top scorer for the team, and she's back. Both teams very strong, so I'm looking forward to their game in a couple of weeks.
Well, it's hard to believe we're in mid-September already, and Marblehead is ready. Wakefield has not come back out onto the field yet. So why don't we take a quick break? It's halftime. Marblehead leading.
7 Seas Wharf, 63 Roger Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work great for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get from our boats to your plate.
MSONEWSports.com. MSO Radio.
Well, a couple of times I've had my lineups reversed tonight. Try to do better than that here in the second half. As we're just about ready to go, Marblehead will be receiving down to our right. And Justin Faya will be back deep for the Magicians. Harry Craig back there as well. Of course, Lopez will go back. And Wakefield still not on the field as we await this second half kickoff. Gorgeous night. Can't tell if it's cloudless or not now, but the flag not moving at all, so there's no wind.
Yeah, it's just perfect for the players and fans. It's just great fall night.
All right, so Alex Jolie will kick off from left to right. He boots it. It's an end-over-end kick coming up to the 22-yard line. Return there by the header is blasting it out to the 40, or near the 40, rather, I should say. It'll be a first down. Drew Besegna with the return. So it's going to be put down at the 38 to start this second half drive, with Marblehead leading 13-7. All right, so Marblehead at their own 38. First play from scrimmage is Lopez. There he goes, right side, 40, 45, breaking tackles, 50, dragging players down to the 48-yard line. First down, Lopez, first play, second half. And it is at the 49 of Wakefield. So 13-yard gain from scrimmage, and right back to the line of scrimmage, batted, oh, it is complete, left flat, caught, and run down to the 41-yard line of Wakefield. On the reception,
quick screen
Justin
out
Faya
to the side. It's like a long handoff, pretty easy completion.
And they're right back to the line of scrimmage. And Lucy Lucy breaks away, scrambles, and he goes right up the middle. He may go all the way, and he's going to be caught at the 15-yard line and drags tacklers down to the 13.
Well, actually, they had pressure on him, and he gave like a pump fake, and they went for it, and then he ducked underneath him. Usually don't teach quarterbacks to do that.
I'm calling him
instinctive.
Yeah, I'm messing up. I'm calling him Lucy, but that's the Marblehead quarterback, so let me get that straight. As Drew Galley put it up, as you mentioned, Coach, and the defenders kind of overran him. He saw that hole on the left side and just scooted down to the, 13-yard gain. And 3 plays, Marblehead has moved it from their own 38 to the Wakefield 13, and the Warriors call a timeout.
It's not what Wakefield wanted.
Nope. And for Lopez, add another carry. So 7 carries.
Unfortunately, with these spread offenses, there's not much you can do defensively. I mean, you have to cover those receivers. And the only options you have is to go man-to-man and put more people in the box. But with their back to the line of scrimmage, they don't see what's going on. So it's not a lot you can do.
Has there been any changes noticeable that you've seen in this opening drive for Marblehead on offense?
Well, I just think someone read him the riot act at halftime. That's what I think.
Okay. Well, here we go. Right back to the line of scrimmage after the timeout. Aiden Gillis is the split to the right side. Hand off to Lopez, trying to sweep it outside, but
boy, they had him for like a 7-yard loss.
Yeah.
I think there's a penalty. See.
Well, Lopez got it back to the line of scrimmage, and he did a good job to do that. But this is a penalty against Marblehead, which is huge. This will be a 10-yarder from where? And that's the question. Looks like it's going to be right from the 13. So we'll bring the ball back out to the 23 or almost the 24. It looked like it's the 24, Paul?
Holder.
Yeah, 24.
Yes. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down, first and 20 from the 23.
No, I guess it's at the 23. So call it 10-yard holding penalty, and now it's first and 20.
They get trips over here. They have one-on-one over to the far side, and you wonder if he's going to go. He's going to run off.
Going to run. The quarterback Lally is going to run to the right side and get maybe 10 back. Let's see. Gets right to the 15.
It's called a lead option, and the quarterback attacks the defensive end. He just reads the defensive end. They don't bother to block the defensive end. If he plays you pitch it. If he plays the pitch man, you keep it.
Just underway, second half. Ball is at the 15. Lopez, counter play from left to right, into the middle of the line, down to about the 10.
Lopez in the carry.
And they need to get to the 8 for the first down, I believe.
3rd and 8.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. They need to get down to the 3 for the first down, yeah. So it's at the 10, 3rd down. All right, now they'll spread the field again. Lally has Lopez with him. 2 receivers on the left end, 2 on the right. Lally looks to the left, launches it, arcs it, and it's caught but out of bounds. So a little bit too far.
The defensive back opened up to the inside, and the receiver ran to the outside, so he lost.
Setting up a 4th down.
He kind of lost him. He didn't know where he was. Usually you'll open right up to the same way the receiver goes downfield.
Well, Fair made a nice catch, nice leaping catch, but he was just out of bounds, and now it's 4th down. 4th and 8 for the first down, 4th and 10 for the touchdown. Here we go. There's that full house pistol backfield for the quarterback. And here's the timing play over the middle, caught, and it's a touchdown. Pass complete. I think it's Marino.
Yeah, just a quick slant from the outside or a post route, and he hit him right in the seam. If they're playing zone, there'll be a seam right there between the defenders.
Well, that was right on the money.
Yeah, it's good timing.
So Lally to Marino, and that extends the lead now to 19-7 Marblehead after Wakefield was feeling pretty good. So for the Magicians, that's 8 plays and 62 yards, leading 19-7. And that was pretty, Lally to Marino.
The reserve quarterbacks for Marblehead have their helmets off and different color hats. And what happens is one of them calls, they all make motions like they're calling the plays. But only one of them is live, and that's the one, that the quarterback is really seeing what the play is. But one of them just went to get a drink, and I think he was the one that was supposed to call the play. So he's in trouble.
Well, what's the holdup?
Well, they called timeout because they didn't have the quarterback there that was supposed to call the live play.
All right, so that's Marblehead's first timeout of the second half. Winthrop has taken 1, but more importantly for the Magicians, they make a statement in the second half to start. I mean, they start the second half with the ball protected and march right downfield, 62 yards and score. And that opens up the 12-point lead.
I'll give Marblehead credit, too. I mean, they kind of knew what play they were going to go to. I mean, when you saw the 3 backs plus the quarterback in the backfield, you're kind of wondering, are you really going to run the ball? And they took the outside receiver and slanted him, and it was a nice opening there.
They will go for 2. And we have a direct snap to Harry Craig now, who's the lone. No, I'm sorry. It is Lally. My bad. Lally fires it over the middle. Same play. And this one's knocked away, incomplete. I think a Wakefield player got hurt too. No, he's okay. So it's knocked down, and the score stays at 19-7.
No good. Keeping the score. Marblehead 19, Wakefield 7.
Well, it's still within reach.
Remember, the Wakefield defense has forced some turnovers in this game and played very well. But they needed to stop there, and on the fourth down play, Lally comes through, Lally to Marino. And that was as pretty a play as you'll see.
Well, that's what we mentioned at halftime. They desperately need, well, not desperately, but they needed to reassert themselves on that opening drive to start the second half, and they certainly did. That was a fantastic throw by Galley to Derek Marino in the right side of the end zone. Hit him right in the numbers.
Yeah, bullet pass. And Marino doing a good job finding the opening, too. Okay, 8:34 left to go now in the third quarter. See what Wakefield can do with the ball, as they will be touching it for the first time in the second half. Ball comes down to the 15-yard line, return to the 20, 25, wall of blockers there, and gets it out to the 30. Fitzpatrick, all right, Ryan Fitzpatrick with the return. Wakefield has had nice returns all night long. And it will be, they'll start it from the 35, which is about average for them all night. That's where they've been starting most of their drives. So they'll start with 8:24 left to go in the third quarter after the Marblehead touchdown. Second half begins. Pat Bertini is the center, Dan Cataldo and Joe Connell the guards. Devin O'Brien, Charlie Sr., who's a junior, are the tackles. Run play, not much there. I think it's probably Marinaccio with the carry. Maybe a yard.
That's that twins eye formation. They ran to the twin side, and you don't have a tight end over there, so it's tough to block the defensive end.
Mike Lucy is the quarterback. Alex McKenna, one of the receivers. Pat Leary, PJ Iannuzzi, another. Ryan Fitzpatrick rotates in and out. And quarterback Mike Lucy calling the plays as Alex McKenna goes out of the huddle first and goes way out to the left side. Illegal formation, what is it? Oh, timeout. Timeout Wakefield. As at noontime, it'll be Lynn Classical at Swampscott. And Swampscott game on Channel A. Gloucester at Beverly at 1 o'clock. That'll be Channel B. And the field, as usual, at Herd Stadium looking awesome. 7:36 left to go now in the third quarter, as Wakefield is facing a 2nd and 9. They're going to send Carmen Sorrentino off to the right side with McKenna way out to the left side. Looks like a strong right eye set up behind the quarterback. Rolling back to pass. He's under a tremendous amount of pressure and throws it away. Boy, he was no chance that time. Lucy had no chance.
Yeah, he's got to throw that ball beyond the line of scrimmage, and he didn't.
He didn't?
No.
So that will be intentional grounding?
Yes.
And they'll lose some yardage.
You should know that.
Line of scrimmage is the 36-yard line of Wakefield. And now Coach Rudloff is telling his players about the option. There's no option.
About the 33.
Yeah.
Sets up a third down.
And you lose 10?
Yeah, and they don't get to repeat the down. So
goes back to the 25.
Yeah.
You lose 11.
Loss of down, setting up third down and 20 from the 25.
Well, that makes it a little bit more difficult now for Wakefield. They'll be starting from the 35 on the third down, and they have to get it out to the 45. I'm sorry, the 25. They're at their own 25. They got to get it out to the 45.
You know, when you call a play under these circumstances, you're pulling one out of your hat. You really don't have design plays for 3rd and 20.
19-7, Marblehead leading. Wakefield up against it right now with a long third down. High snap, one-handed by Lucy. Steps in the pocket, steps up, throws it long, downfield, and it is caught at the Marblehead 42-yard line.
Boy, he just got that off. What a great throw. I mean, what I like about Lucy is he's oblivious to the defense. In other words, he's totally focused on his receivers, which he should be. And he has a feel where the defenders are.
First down.
Great throw, great catch. Long pass. 20. It's only, let's see, 25. It's only 34 yards from scrimmage, but, man, it was a lot further than that in the air. From the 25 to the Marblehead 41. First pass, penalties all over the place. Penalty flags. Lucy scrambles and gets it up to the 36. But penalty flags indicate it is a procedure call against Wakefield.
Boy.
So bring it back. It'll be
I
first
think it
and
was
15.
a receiver, too, on the outside. And, I always told him, look in, and when the ball snapped.
All right, well, bring it back to the 46 for that long pass completion. And for Lucy, he's 5 out of 7 now.
You can't come out on the field, Coach, like that.
For 74 yards. Lucy, 5 out of 7. 5-4-7 for 74 yards. Actually, 5 for 8. Forgot the intentional grounding. All right, first and 15 for Wakefield.
They got single coverage over here. They got trips over there.
Lucy throws it to the left side, incomplete, and that was almost a lateral, boy. That was almost a lateral, but it's an incomplete pass.
Second and 15 from the 46.
So Lucy now.
Well, they put trips to the far side of the field, and then they split end over here, and the secondary is shifted over to the trips, and you just got one-on-one coverage here, and he's in your face. So maybe put your best receiver over here and go deep.
Derek Marino, Sam Paquette, Justin Fea back deep in the defensive backfield for Marblehead. Harry Craig, Teddy Beaumolet, and Andy Clough up front on defense. Second down and 15 for Wakefield. And this is a handoff, nothing. Stuff right at the line of scrimmage. PJ Iannuzzi gets nowhere.
PJ Iannuzzi and the carry gain of 1 to the 45. Third and 14.
Well, you do give him a yard, and so it's third down and 14. 6 minutes left to go, third quarter. Marblehead took its opening possession and drove downfield for a touchdown. And that was a nice pass from Lally to Marino. Drew Lally to Marino that covered the 10 yards on fourth down. Late breaking the huddle. Wakefield comes out. They'll have 2 receivers on this side and 2 on the far side. Lucy tries to throw a screen, and it's tipped, deflected. A lineman catches it. Number 77 for Wakefield brings it forward. Was it 77 or 71?
77.
77.
Caught by number 77.
And that is Devin O'Brien.
Devin O'Brien.
With the catch on the deflection, and it's close to the first down.
33-yard line, setting up a fourth down and 3.
Don't tell that lineman he can't catch.
Right, he knew what to do with it. Once he, well, how many linemen can go through their whole career and never, ever
touch the ball? Yeah. Well, now it gives Wakefield a chance. It's 14-3 at the 33 of Marblehead on the near hash mark. Warriors moving from left to right. Big play in this game. Marblehead converted a fourth for a touchdown. What do we have here now? Somebody moved. Wakefield, timeout.
Timeout, Wakefield.
Well, it's their third. And why not, Coach? You got them. You might as well use them, I guess. Fourth down and 3.
Well, there's different things. Sometimes you call a play and then you go back. I mean, you have about 20 seconds to figure out what you're going to call. And then you go back and you're saying, that's not going to work. And then you call, really. Sometimes I've done it. And
who called that play? Oh, wait, I did.
Second guess yourself and say, this is an important down. I mean, so you just don't want to call a random play. You want to call something you think is really going to have a chance.
It's almost a commandment, one of the 10 commandments, that if you're behind in a game, late in the game, you never leave timeout.
Not a good call.
Oh, no, yeah.
Their defensive alignment was going to take the play away, call timeout.
Oh, you got him, sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right, so here we go. Back to the line of scrimmage. It is 4th and
Got that single coverage
3.
down here.
All right. Lucy pump fakes. Can't get rid of it. Almost tackled. Throws it to the right side. It's caught. And I don't know if it's going to be enough for the first down. I think it is.
I think it is, too.
It is. McKenna catches it. What a play by Mike Lucy. Wow.
Well, I don't know how Wakefield will do this year, but they got a good quarterback coming back for the next couple of years. Boy, he's impressive. This is his second game.
That was on a 4th down, and that is his 7th completion out of 11 attempts. And where does that one go? They got it at the 28. It is a first down on 4th down. So they get 4 yards. They needed a couple. 1st and 10, Wakefield. They are on the drive. Once again, Lucy can't get rid of it this time, and he is clobbered back at the 40-yard line. Oh my, he was thrown down by Sears Manning. And Lusing's not feeling too good about it right now.
Well, I mean, that's the defensive end, and he's unblocked. I can't believe they didn't assign someone to him. So,
loss of 10, 2nd and 20.
All the way back to the 38.
Boy, it's tough calling plays under these circumstances.
Mercy. Well, they called the right one a minute ago, but what a scramble by Lucy, and then tremendous pass and great catch by McKenna on the other end. And Lucy comes right back in. He went over, got the play from Coach Cummings, come right back into the game. But now it's 2nd and 20 on that big defensive play by Sears Manning. Ball in the near hash mark as Wakefield is moving from left to right. They need this one. Here comes a blitz, and it's overrun by the defense, and it opens up a big gap for Marinocchio, and he gets out. Marinocchio gets out to the 20-yard line, down to the 20.
Well, they blitzed. Yeah, what they did is they took the defensive tackles and put them at defensive end.
Gain of 18 yards, setting up a
And sent them, and there was no one in the lanes off tackle, and the linebackers, I believe, dropped.
Well, another big 3rd down play, or check it, 2nd down play, sets up a 3rd and short, so it's 3rd and 2. And the ball now is on the near hash mark at the Marblehead 20-yard line. This time it's Marinocchio coming in with the play. And Lucy is split to the left. Lucy is split way out to the left. It's going to be a direct snap to Marinocchio. He's in the backfield with that running back running over some of his own.
And he ran a sweep off it. Well, this
Marinocchio
time
kept it on the touchdown, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And this one, they had a counter off it, so they had a counter off that play, which worked. They got the first down. Good call.
First down.
The 16. This will be the 12th play of the drive that began way back at the 35-yard line. Same formation. This time Marinocchio keeps it himself, goes forward, and is dropped backwards, just blown backwards. Maybe got a yard. Woo, mercy.
Ball spot on the 14-yard line.
Yeah, they really haven't proven that they can run power. And it gets tougher down here by the goal line. The defense is more aggressive.
Who was the original line of scrimmage? I lost it.
It was at the 16.
16, okay. It's at the 16, and now it's at the 15, so maybe a 1-yard gain by Marinocchio. And interesting, we see Lucy going out to the left. I wonder if he's trying to get his breath back.
No, I think they want a direct snap.
Right, I understand that.
But they could throw it off it.
Yep. Marinocchio is going to sweep to his left, looking maybe to pass. There's a big opening. He's going to go through and score. Touchdown for Joe Marinocchio.
Marinocchio in the carry.
How about that?
Well, that's a little shocking, Rick. I mean,
touchdown.
I would have thought Marblehead would have gone over that formation and maybe adjusted to it. They're outnumbered when they put 3 backs over to that side behind the line, and certainly they get around the area. They got more people than more blockers than defenders.
13 plays, 65 yards, and right away Wakefield answers. After the Marblehead score, Wakefield comes right back. So right now it's 19-13, and the Warriors will go for the single point after. And this is blocked. And
All right.
won't be returned.
It's a 6-point difference, so it's not the end of the world.
Oh, boy. So, Marinaccio.
19, Wakefield 13.
But the snap again was kind of suspect, and the kick was. The timing of that whole kicking, I think we saw on the page.
This is quite a game here. Marblehead looked like it was going to come out and take the game away. Wakefield gives up the touchdown, but they
look at
look at the plays, the third down plays, the fourth down plays.
I mean, that's
20 yards.
And they got some players. Wakefield, they're very creative, and I mean, Lucy is just really stepping up.
Well, Lucy,
he looks like a natural. He looks like a kid who's got all the right instincts.
7 of 11 I have him for 91 yards, but every single pass has been critical.
Heck of a pass on that third down. I mean, he was poised, calm. He ran around. He ran for about 20 yards behind the line, and then he zipped it for the first down.
And he's a sophomore. Whew. Good things to come. So it is 19-13. Marblehead leading with 1:21 left to go in the fourth quarter, and this promises to be a pretty good finish.
Well, you can never plan for injuries, Rick. You got to be prepared, but you can't plan for them. This kid has come in as a sophomore and done a nice job.
Yep, good point.
I'm sure he was having a tough time. Obviously, no points last week, but seems to have found a groove this week against Marblehead.
Kobe Nadeau again, the senior, out for the season with a broken leg. And as Scott just points out, Mike Lucy, sophomore quarterback, first varsity start a week ago, and here we are in his second varsity start, and he is a force right now. But let us not forget the incredible work of Joe Marinaccio on offense tonight, and defense as well. So the captains had stood tall tonight for Wakefield. 5-yard penalty pushes the kickoff back to the 35. 5-yard penalty back to the 35. 19-13, Marblehead. So here's the kick, end over ender, going to bounce at the 23, scooped up there by Lopez, I think, cuts it from the 25, 30, right up the middle. Oh no, it's not Lopez, but it's a nice return out to the 42-yard line by Justin Fea. So good field position, as they say, for Marblehead to start this drive. Now, let's see if Wakefield can step up the defense. Each team has scored on its initial possession here in the second half. Magicians start from their own 43 on the far hash mark, moving from right to left. Beautiful night here, surrounded on 3 sides by forest. It's amazing. All right, snap, handoff, Lopez, 45, across the 50, close to the first down. Lopez just gets the hand from Drew Galley and motors close to the first down. It's at the Winthrop 49. Winthrop, Wakefield 49. Winthrop was a week ago. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2 for Lopez. 8th carry. He is over 100 yards now, rushing with 105.
Well, the corner for Wakefield down.
Handoff, it's a first down on a spinning play and a leaping play for Galley, a keeper. Everybody thought Lopez had it. Galley kept it, gets the first down, but a dangerous hurdle there to the 45. So they're at the Wakefield 45, 4-yard gain, 1st and 10, clock still moving. Going to send 3 receivers off to the right with Lopez set up.
This is one-on-one coverage down here.
Quick, almost intercepted, but it's caught. Going the other way. First down, Marblehead, down to the 35-yard line. I don't know who caught that. Was it Fea? Oh no, Marino with the catch, almost intercepted, and it would have been a touchdown, but he missed the ball on defense. And that ends.
Did he miss the ball, Rick? I mean, it was, I can't believe.
I don't know how
he was there.
Yep, would have been 6, but it is the end of the third quarter, and after 3, 19-13, Marblehead from Wakefield.
Score early and often this fall with a low-rate residential loan from the Institution for Savings. The Institution for Savings has fantastic rates, low or no fees, great service and prompt turnaround. Plus, we service our mortgages in-house, so help is always a local phone call away. For more information or to apply online 24/7, visit institutionforsavingsloans.com or call us at 978-462-2344. Institution for Savings, member FDIC and DIF, equal housing lender.
People come in, take a seat. You're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night. Satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for two. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
So you know how a song gets stuck in your head, Paul? If you're on the wrong side of a play like that, the defender steps into the backfield, has a chance for reception, goes 90 yards for a touchdown. Do you think, is it like a song stuck in your head? Do you see that a lot as a coach?
Well, I think that kid will see it too.
Oh, man. So close. So it's first down, Marblehead. Lopez steps through an opening, and he goes all the way down to about the 26-yard line. Line of scrimmage was the 35. Lopez picks up another 8 or 9.
Well, I will say Marblehead's getting a push off the with the offensive line. Right now, they're winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Lopez, 9 carries, 114 yards. And this is a play action. There's an open receiver downfield, caught, and it's going to be a touchdown for Marblehead. Harry Craig with the reception, right over the middle, nobody near him, and Drew Galley put it right on the money.
Yeah, there was more to that play than they faked that outside screen, which the defense kind of sucked in on it, and then he went for the slot receiver right down the seam, and he was wide open. Nice call, nice play.
So Craig, 26 yards from Drew Galley.
By the way, you have what's called a go for two chart. It tells you what to go for, the best option, rather than you trying to figure it out on the sideline.
Well, there's some big plays tonight on both sides.
Galley of the keeper.
And Drew Galley goes in
Making the score.
for the 2-point conversion.
Position 27.
And that makes it 27-13 with 10:28 left to go in this here game.
And the Warriors 13.
Well, they need 2 scores here, and they got to come up with more big plays.
Okay, so let's see. For Marblehead, that was quick strike, really. That was 5 plays, 67 yards after a nice return on the kickoff. So 5 plays for 67, and Marblehead didn't look like it, but they're up over 300 yards of offense now. And on the other side of things, Wakefield is just over. Just couldn't stop Marblehead. So the Wakefield Warriors have to come back again. They've been doing it all night long, and there's still lots of time left. Paquette gets a long, high kick that's going to come down to the 10-yard line and return to the 20 by Marinaccio. Goes from left to right, loses the ball, and it bounces right into the hands of another Wakefield Warrior who picks it up, and he gets it back to the 25-yard line. That was almost picked off by a magician who would have had nothing but stripes in front of him. Well, that was quite a play.
The ball is now returned to the...
With the fumble, it
very fortunate there.
Yeah, bounced right into the hands of another Warrior, but I guess they're saying you can't return it from where the ball bounced. Nobody was down, I don't know, and I guess that's what we're discussing, because the officials have the ball back at the 23. Is that where it ended up? I thought it was a little further out, but anyway, Wakefield keeps it, so they have it at their own 23.
I think that rules Nick.
And a bounce like that, keep it going. Okay, so here's Mike Lucy, and handoff, forget about it. Marinaccio buried at the 22.
Well, I believe it's Lucy carrying the ball.
Lucy, you're right.
Yes.
Yep. And
No game.
Yeah, back up to 22. So it's about a 1 yard loss. Clock moving. 9:48 left to go. Wakefield has 2 timeouts left, and Marblehead has 4. And Wakefield taking its time in the huddle. Scoring in this second half. Galley to Marino, 10 yards. Galley to Craig, 26 yards for Marblehead. And Marinaccio, 15 yards for Wakefield in the second half. Marinaccio with 2 touchdowns for the Warriors. Here's a quick pass out to the left side, covered nicely by the Magicians.
His block, so there was pressure.
That was complete to Fitzpatrick. And
6 yards, Brown spotted at 17.
blown up nicely by the Marblehead defense. Back to the 16.
Stock blocking, which that's called when your split end has to block a corner. It's called stock blocking, and I'll tell you, it's a real skill.
So 3rd and really long for Wakefield, but they've been facing 3rd and long and 4th and long all night and coming through. 3rd and 17 for Wakefield, back at their own 16. Marblehead pinning its ears back right now. Lucy gets the direct snap, rolls to his right, has to avoid a rush, and he doesn't, and he goes into the end zone. And I think this may be a safety, or they may stop its pressure by the D.
The ball spotted at the 2-yard line.
Well, that touchdown and the subsequent defense, Paul, that may be the turning point in the game, because Marblehead just pushed Wakefield all over the field in this particular series.
Right, it's a lot to overcome.
Wow, yeah. And Wakefield will take a timeout or not.
Generally, when you're now too, usually the punter's 13 yards deep, and you don't want to go back to the end line. You want to be at least a yard away from the end line, because if you step backwards, it's a safety.
When Pat Larry is back there, and we notice the wind is picked up right in his face, and he gets a tough kick away that's fielded by Lopez at the 31-yard line of Wakefield. Returns to the 20, to the 10, and down to about the 5-yard line. So it's all falling apart right now for Wakefield, and Marblehead just jumping all over it. Bad kick with the pressure, and Lopez returns it about 25 yards.
Well, generally when you punt a ball, it's 1.5 steps, and when you're in that position, you can't even teach. It's a 1-step and punt.
Yeah.
And they had pressure right up the middle, and they blocked it.
On the field.
All right, the ball is at the 5 on the near hash mark for Marblehead, and referee coming over to talk to Coach Redloff. What's the strangest thing an official ever told you coming over to talk to you?
Well, actually, I was quarterbacking for Springfield College, and we were playing at Amherst, and the referee, we were in a huddle, and he said, I had actually known the guy from Falmouth, and we were playing at Amherst College, and they had parking in the end zone. And he said, Paul, you better move your huddle. I said, well, why? He says, there's a car coming right down the middle of the field. Some kid who had a little bit too much to drink drove right down the field and started doing wheelies, so we scattered.
Yeah,
I would say that's the most...
Yeah. Well, you remembered instantly, so I would guess.
Yeah.
Do we have an injury timeout? Oh, okay, thanks. Spiros is telling us that somebody got hurt on the sidelines. Yeah, out of our view, I see it now, down in the corner of the end zone. So both teams are off the field.
Is that because of the play, or?
I don't know. I didn't see that. Spiros, did you see what happened? Oh, on a play? Okay, so it happened quite a while ago. Yeah. Okay. So Spiros Frangoulis, the PA announcer up here, telling us what's going on. And
from Marblehead photographer.
All right, so
that's
there are.
Too bad. That's
most unfortunate. Being tended to down to our right. So why don't we take a break? And again, this game, our live video streaming with streamography.com. Andrew Nicastro and Austin Souza. More games tomorrow, of course. We've got St. Mary's. Check it. We've got Gloucester at Beverly. That's a 1 o'clock start on Channel B, and Lynn Classical at Swampscott on Channel A. That's a noon start. Well, Wakefield is coming back onto the field.
Well, one of the most dangerous places you can be is on that sideline. Anybody, you know.
Got a breeze now, too, that's blowing from left to right across the field, right into the faces of the defenders, Wakefield Warriors. So it will be at the backs of the Marblehead Magicians. They got 27 points a week ago, and they're headed for more than that now. And they seem to be wearing down Wakefield after a tremendous effort by the Warriors. Well, it's first and goal now after the tough kick. First and goal from the 5-yard line for Marblehead. They get the stacked die with Lopez to deep back, but this is a fumble, and the quarterback has to. It wasn't the quarterback. That was.
It was 7.
Yeah, it was Drew Galley. I'm sorry. So Galley was just a kind of a muffed snap, and Galley held on to it. Loses what, a yard maybe?
Well, it actually was a low snap and.
Loss of a yard. 2nd and 6.
It's kind of a bad exchange.
Number 6.
And the clock is moving at 6:48. So Marino will split out wide to the right. Bo Millette will split to the left side with Craig in motion. But it's a keeper by Galley. He bounces off a couple of tacklers and goes forward, close to the goal line.
To the 2-yard line, setting a 3rd and goal from the 2.
UK. I'll go with Spiros on that one. It's at the 2, 4-yard gain. And now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. 6:17 left to go, clock moving. Beautiful facility here in Wakefield. Awesome. And again, my thanks to Athletic Director Brendan Kent, who's been tremendous. Spiros Frangoulis upstairs here has been so gracious. Been awesome. Great night for football. And the wind picking up now substantially. Timeout, Marblehead.
Timeout, Marblehead.
And they spend their second. Now, next week our video game will be Friday night at Danvers, Paul. It is, I thought we were, you and I will be in Gloucester, but the video game will be Marblehead at Danvers. We're going to be in Gloucester, Swampscott at Gloucester. Is that all right with you? Oh, that's right. You might not be able to make it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
so
see.
we'll be
see.
there. All right. Okay. That will be our game on Channel B, but our video game will be Marblehead traveling to Danvers. And then on Saturday next week, it is Peabody at Beverly. So a lot of home games for Beverly. So this one, the scoring in the first quarter, it was Lopez for Marblehead. Second quarter, Lopez for Marblehead and Marinaccio for Wakefield, 13-7 at the half. Then Galley to Marino and Galley to Craig sandwiched around a Marinaccio touchdown, 27-13 Marblehead.
Well, I think Marblehead really executed their offense well tonight. Their problem has been they haven't had the ball a lot. I mean, when Wakefield has had really long, time-consuming drives.
3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line as we get ready to resume play. Craig in motion from left to right. Low snap. Galley fires it. Incomplete. So it's 4th down.
Incomplete. Setting a 4th and goal from the 2.
It's hard for me to see the football in the glare here far away on the right side. It looked like it hit the back of somebody. I don't know if that was just a muffed play or what, but did stop the clock. 5:49 left. So this is a 4th and goal from the 2. And
well, if they kick the field goal, it would put it out of range.
Well, and I think Paquette may have that capability, but they're not going to set up for it.
Well, yeah, you don't know. I mean, if they don't have confidence in it, or they just really want to.
Galley gets the offense started, rolls to his right, wants to run it in, and does.
Yeah, that quarterback lead option.
Touchdown, making the score.
That ups the score to 33-13. And boy, when you hand the ball, when you get the ball at the 5-yard line after a short punt and a return,
Marblehead 33, Wakefield 13.
Makes it a little bit tough on the defense. So Galley this time a keeper. gets the touchdown. Took them 4 plays to get in to get the 5 yards, but they made it. And now it's 33-13. They'll go for the point after. And Wakefield jumps about 10 times. They blow the whistle. $33 for Marblehead, 13 for Wakefield. And it's a procedure call against Marblehead, drawing the defense back. So we'll do it again. Actually, we never got it started in the first place. And this time the point after is long and true. So it's 34-13. Paquette puts it through this time, and now a 21-point lead.
Well, it looks like their kicking game's pretty strong too.
Mm-hmm. Scott Cooper over here working away, filing his reports, and he has this strange alien. I go through the bench. You get this strange alien stuff over here. I don't know what that is. Some kind of calligraphy or something or other. Anyway, that probably, that 21 points, that kind of puts it out of reach. But a gallant effort by Wakefield tonight. And I think you point out, Coach, that we're seeing the emergence of quite a quarterback on the Wakefield side.
I do. I mean, for him to go from freshman football to playing varsity football and making the plays that he made in his second game is very impressive.
Down to 5:41 left to go. Wakefield will get the ball one more time anyway. And so it'll be a long boot. That's a line drive caught at the 10-yard line. 15, 20, 25. That's Marinaccio again, 30. And gets it across the 30, 35. Breaking tackles across the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Boy, is he a strong runner. I mean, he doesn't look that big, but tough to bring down.
Wakefield 43.
5:29 left to go in the ball game, and Marinaccio, who's been tremendous all night long, will get Wakefield set up at their own 43. But they're trailing by 21. Good effort tonight, both sides of the ball.
Coaches, they want to continue to see them move the ball and improve.
Well, so the ball is at the 43, I formation. Lucy pitches it back on the run. Sweep out to the left side to the 44. And must have been number 4 carrying the ball. So that would be Will Shea. First time I've called his name tonight. Give it to the 45, so it is a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8, clock moving at 4:39. Carmen Sorrentino is flanked out to the left side. I stacked up behind Mike Lucy. Tarantino now shuffles along the line of scrimmage. Lucy rolls to his right, and he's hit and brought down for a big loss back at the 30-yard line.
Well, they had
Teddy Miley with the tackle.
Yeah, they had completed that pass previously where they sneak the back out to the weak side, make the run this way, and then roll. And the defensive end is just right in his face. So
the starters remain in the game for Marblehead. That was Miley from a linebacker position, just one-on-one with Lucy, and he couldn't get away. No way. So the clock moves at 3:46, 34-13 is the score in this one. North Shore Sports Night on Monday night, and again, 2 more games tomorrow here on MSONEWSports. High school football, 3 receivers down here to the left, near side. Completed to Marinaccio. He gets it to the 35, trying to break a tackle to the 37. Marinaccio with good second effort, but not enough for the first down. Oh, I stand corrected. It's 9, not 8. Thank you. So it's Pat Leary with the reception.
Gain of 5, 3rd and 15.
And the ball is at the 38. How about a 6-yard gain? And that's let's see here. 8-4-13, 8-4-14. And we lose yardage and we gain yardage. So let's see. He lost on that play. It's a wash. So 8 out of 14, 91 yards for the quarterback. But it's 4th down and 15 to go. Wakefield chooses to punt. This is a nice punt this time, but Lopez is going to get it at his 27 on the hash mark. Cuts it outside to the right sideline and goes out of bounds at the 33. Good call. Yeah.
Did a good job containing the run.
Brendan Coughlin, Jr. And we're down to 2:31 in this game. At 5 and lose 9.
Well, once again, our next home game is 2 weeks from tonight here at Landry Field. 7 o'clock.
So we'll be running out the string here. I'm not sure, that Marblehead's going to go all out on this particular drive. Leading 34-13, a comfortable lead. 27 points a week ago, 34 this week.
He did take Lopez out.
Game. It's a run play to Harry Craig. He's going to go outside to the 40-yard line.
Ball is put on the 42-yard line.
So the original line of scrimmage, 36. And Craig gets it to the 42. 2nd and 4. We have the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left to go in the game. 2 minutes.
This is where confusion, usually you try to get some of the other kids in. That's their system.
Quite a choreographed routine there.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 2nd and about 4. New quarterback, new running back, breaks it across the 45, 1st down. And that is number 33 on your program. And that is...
Carried by number 33, Drew Besegna.
Yeah, Drew Besegna with the carry for the 1st down.
1st down for the Magicians at the Magician 49-yard line.
7-yard gain, 1st and 10. And the quarterback for Marblehead is Rocket. And Tom Rocket is a senior with a man in motion. It's a handoff once again to Besegna, and he's going to get a few more yards to the 47 of Wakefield.
Well, that's a familiar Marblehead name, Rocket, huh?
Isn't it, though? Boy, I'll tell you, they just keep on coming year after year after year. Clock moving, 1:11. Marblehead in no hurry, of course, to get back in the huddle. So the line doesn't need to know the play, or how do they know? How do they get the play?
Well,
Coach?
he'll call out a certain blocking scheme. They don't even bother to look over, so he'll call out a blocking scheme.
All right.
Yeah, I see. He just went up and.
Thanks, Scott. Scott Cooper heading out, and another run play.
19.
Deeper into Wakefield real estate to the 37, carrying the ball. Sam Paquette. You said 19 or 17?
I believe, well, maybe
19 is Paquette.
19, yeah, it was 19.
Okay.
He's quick, too.
He's the do-it-all kicker.
Ball carried on the 39-yard line.
And it's to the Wakefield
I think that's
39.
going to do it.
Another 8, 1st down. Clock moving now, 23 seconds, and this will probably be the last play if, in fact, they get it off. Take a knee, and that's it. All right, so we'll wrap this thing up. We'll come back with a final quick talk here. 34-13, Marblehead winning this one from Wakefield.
Wakefield 13.
The Gloucester House Restaurant at historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Roger Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work great for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get, from our boats to your plate.
For team uniforms and your business's corporate apparel, choose Sarkeesian Sportswear, Route 1 South in Peabody. Why Sarkeesians? It's quality. Owner Sarkis Sarkeesian.
Quality is not only the type of apparel you get and the cleanliness and the professionalism that's used in making that. The quality is in the customer service that we provide from the beginning to the end of the whole process of getting you the type of apparel or uniforms that you're looking for.
Sarkeesian Sportswear, Route 1 South Peabody, SarkeesianSports.com.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. And if you're thinking of replacing the windows in your home, I can understand the confusion you may be experiencing. TV, radio, and newspapers are simply filled with replacement window advertising, all promising everything under the sun and then some. At Moynihan Lumber, we offer no gimmicks, just quality products, competitively priced, sold to you by a professional salesperson who really knows what he's talking about. That's Moynihan Lumber in North Reading, Beverly, and Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Score early and often this fall with a low-rate residential loan from the Institution for Savings. The Institution for Savings has fantastic rates, low or no fees, great service, and prompt turnaround. Plus, we service our mortgages in-house, so help is always a local phone call away. For more information or to apply online 24/7, visit institutionforsavingsloans.com or call us at 978-462-2344. Institution for Savings, member FDIC and DIF, equal housing lender. MSONEWSports.com. MSO Radio.